The following is yet another high school sports presentation brought to you by the high school sports leader in North Texas, 92.1 FM, KXEZ, The Possum. Well, it's football time in Texas from Tyler Rose, or should I say Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas, on Earl Campbell Field. It's the Class 4A Division II Region II Area Championship between the Aubrey Chaparrals and the Center Roughriders. It's two high-octane offenses, with Aubrey averaging 48 points per contest and Center an even better 54 points per contest. The Aubrey defense, however, has been suffocating in 2022, and the Roughriders will create a giant roadblock on Highway 377 as the Chaparrals look towards Arlington. Good evening, everyone. Monty Walker along with Blake the Blizzard Burnett. Speaking of blizzard, it's cold. It's East Texas, and it's what the Lord had in mind when he created Texas high school football, Blake.
Yeah, we have East Texas and Center tonight versus Central Texas and Aubrey, or North Central Texas and Aubrey at Tyler Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field. It's a great night for football. A little chilly out there, and like you said, cold, crisp air.
So let's go over Aubrey a little bit. They come in 9-2, the district champions out of 5-4A Division II. Their only losses of the year came to Anna, a 39-34 loss early in the season in week 2, and then they actually lost back-to-back games as they were defeated by Arlington Seguin in week 3. Now Anna, I mean, that's no slight losing to Anna these days. They're 12-0. Beat Stephenville last night 33-32. They will advance. They also beat Salina for the first time in 50 years. So Anna's the real deal, and Seguin is a Class 5A school, so they went 3-7, but that's a higher classification up for Aubrey. So the 9-2 record looks pretty good as they rolled through just about everybody, scoring a lot of points, and have won 8 straight coming into tonight's contest. Early in the season, you thought Braylon Colgrove would be the story of this Aubrey Chaparral season. He had over 1,400 yards rushing as a sophomore, had 2,100 yards a year ago as a junior. He put on 10 to 12 pounds in the weight room before this season. He's not the biggest guy, but he's extremely fast. Runs a 4.3, goes to the state track meet for the last 2 years in the 100 meters, and he got injured in week 1 against Sunnyvale and has not been back. But they really haven't missed a beat. They've got a lot of players, a lot of weapons. They run a wing tee mix look, and you'll see a lot of that tonight. They want to keep the ball on the ground. The Center Roughriders, about an hour and a half east of here, close to Louisiana. They are 8-3 on the season, 4-2 in district. They were the runner-up. Now they lost to North DeSoto, Louisiana, in week 3, 71-42. That tells you a lot about the team over there in Louisiana. They also lost to Rusk, 40-35. Rusk made the playoffs, but they were 4th in the district. And then Carthage, no shame in losing to Carthage. They're still going. They lost 64-28 in that contest. Carthage, 12-0 on the season, and they just eliminated Van Alstyne last night. They're moving on for what seems to be a great season. So the Roughriders last week beat Liberty Eula. Eula, is that right, Blake?
Liberty Eula.
Liberty Eula. 67-21. 41-yard touchdown by junior running back Caden Dixon. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight from Center. And junior kicker Carlos Hernandez. You're going to hear his name also. He's 59 out of 61 in extra points. Both teams have great kickers. So it ought to be an interesting matchup tonight. Both teams score a lot of points. Defensively, at least statistically, Aubrey has the edge as they hold their opponents down to They hold their opponents to 172 points on the year while scoring 533. Center, however, on the other side, has given up 366 points while scoring 591. But again, some of those teams, like the Louisiana team, scored 71 on them. So, Blake, let's talk about keys to the game a little bit for this game tonight.
Well, for Center's keys of the game, they have to stop the run early. Aubrey runs a wing T offense, and they use 3 to 4 running backs. Kai Bagley, Emerson Cagle, LeBraylon Bell, and Wesley Huber all look great with the ball in their hands in open space. For Center, they can't allow them to get to open space. That's the defensive key for Center. Their offensive key will be to get the ball to star running back Caden Dixon and star receiver Mar Evans. Should be a great look for Center if they can get those to the ball. For Aubrey, on defense, they can't allow Center to get Caden Dixon going, because if he gets going and gets going downhill, it could be a long night for the Aubrey defenders, as he has over 2,000 rushing yards on the season. For Aubrey on offense, they got to get the run going. Got to get that smash mouth football, hit you in the mouth, come downhill, and get that clock rolling and rolling fast.
Let's go over the starting lineup for Aubrey. On offense up front, Caden Hess, the left tackle, 6'5", 260. He's a senior. The left guard, 6 foot, 245-pound junior Xavier McCoy. The center is a 5'11", 225-pound senior Tanner Calvert. The right guard is 5'9", 180 senior Bryson Bohannon. And the right tackle, 6'1", 225 junior Aiden Galindo. Wide out on the left side for Aubrey. Actually 2 you'll see. Tay Ross, 9 catches for 117 yards. He's 6 foot, 155 senior. You'll also see Ty Brown, 6 foot, 170 sophomore. 14 catches, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season. The quarterback, Blaine Poland, 6'1", 170. He's a senior. He's 41 out of 72, 1 interception on the year, 602 yards through the air, 5 touchdowns. It's a wing T. They don't throw it all the time. He does have 30 carries for 123 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. The tight end, and yes, a tight end in the wing T, 6'6", 240, committed to Houston. He's a senior, Jet Runyon. 15 catches, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's 16.6 per catch. He's had the longest catch of the year of 80. Your wing back will be Wesley Huber, 6 foot, 170, a senior. 30 carries for 84 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground, 8.4 per carry. Your fullback is Kai Bagley, 5'9", 170 senior. He's carried the ball 80 times for 819 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's also caught 1 ball for 15. Your halfback tonight in the wing T will be 6'1", 200-pound junior Emerson Cagle. 99 carries, 1,021 yards, 1 catch for 29 yards. So that is your starting offense for your Aubrey Chaparrals. They average 48 points, 48.45 points per game, 400 yards per game, 406 to be exact. 354 come on the ground and 93 through the air. The starting defense for center up front, Omar Preston, he's a senior. He's an outside linebacker. The interior, Colton Gilchrist, a senior. TJ Davis, a senior, as Aubrey comes through the tunnel. Mason Mayo, a junior, and Mason Perry, the outside backer, is a senior. The linebackers, Wyatt Emerson, 109 tackles. He leads the team if it weren't for his partner linebacker, Eric Allen, who has 120 tackles. He's a senior. Your cornerbacks for center are Kevy Polk and Jamarian Crawford. Your safeties, Mar Evans, and the senior, DeHanlon Gibson. Starting offense for the center Roughriders up front, Keaton Sigler, the sophomore, Osvaldo Diaz, the junior, Jamilican Johnson, the senior, Cam Henry, the senior, and Cam Henry is a big fella, and the sophomore Wesley Calhoun up front. Your wideouts, and they are very talented. Lance Wilburn, 24 catches, 415 yards, and a junior. And also Mar Evans, a senior, 47 catches, 872 yards, 12 touchdowns. He looks like C.D. Lamb. Your quarterback, Cash Cross, 106 out of 202, 4 interceptions, 1,928 yards, 27 touchdowns through the air. He's also rushed 61 times for 496 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's 8.1 yards per carry. Your halfback, you're going to hear about him tonight. The junior, Caden Dixon, 231 carries, 2,134 yards, 32 touchdowns on the ground, 9.2 yards per carry. The fullback is Colby Lout. He's a junior. Your slot receiver is Jake Morris, the senior, 18 receptions for 337 yards, 4 touchdowns. And they are impressive. 53.72 points per game, 451.3 yards per game, 269.5 rushing, and 181.8 through the air. They do damage on offense. Your starting defense for the Aubrey Chaparrals. Up front, Jet Runyon, committed to Houston as a defensive end, not a tight end. 6'6", 240. The defensive tackle, Xavier McCoy, 6', 245 junior. Also, Jacob Palladino, 5'9", 185 senior. And the defensive end, Riley Heron, 6'5", 245 and a junior. Your linebackers tonight for Aubrey, Randall Zostek, he's 5'10", 175 and a junior. Gabe Plum, 5'11", 180 senior. And Wes Huber, 6', 170 senior. And center runs through, they don't have a tunnel, but they run through the smoke over there on the far side. Tyler Brown and Cameron Fields are your cornerbacks. Fields is a senior. Tyler Brown is a sophomore. Kai Bagley, the senior free safety, and Everson Strain, the senior strong safety. He's 5'9", 175. Aubrey starts 7 seniors and 3 juniors and 1 sophomore on defense. Center starts 4 seniors, 5 juniors, 2 sophomores on offense. Aubrey on offense starts 8 seniors and 3 juniors, whereas center on defense will be going up with a 10 senior, 1 junior matchup. So lots and lots and lots of experience for center on defense, although Aubrey has the better numbers defensively. Both teams have come on the field, and boy, it looks like Aubrey looks like Auburn a little bit with those uniforms. The white pants, the dark blue jerseys, and the white helmets. And they have the stripe down the side of their sleeve. We're ready for the national anthem. We'll give it to you right here.
And 1, 2.
Good crowd on the near side for Aubrey. Center is starting to fill in just a little bit, and Blake Burnett, it is football time in Texas.
Yes, Monty, it is, and I did like how you said Aubrey looks like Auburn with their uniforms. What does center look like to you, Monty?
Well, you know, it's interesting because from afar it looks like they have gold helmets, but they're actually purple with a huge gold emblem on the side. It really shines and makes the helmet look gold. But
Yeah.
it is not. It's purple.
Yeah, if when they came closer to our side, we figured that out. It wasn't like we could just spot that original.
Captains making their way out on the field. It's Cash Cross. Also Marmar Evans for center.
Number 4, Devontae Cross.
For Aubrey, it appears to be Blaine Poland, along with Jet Runyon,
Captains for Aubrey,
Caden Hess,
number 25,
and also Wesley Huber.
number 88, Jet.
And I think we're about ready to determine who's going to
7,
be kicking which
Caden
direction.
Hess.
The
15,
center Roughriders have purple pants, white tops, and the purple helmet with the large gold logo that just shines off the lights, appearing that the helmet is gold. Still no official word yet from they're talking to each of the captains there. We'll see what happens. There's a coin toss, hits the ground. And it looks like center won the toss, and they did.
Center has won the toss.
And they are going to receive the football, and they'll start first, moving right to left from our vantage point. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to get a feel for which way this field direction is, and it's it's due north-south field. So center will be moving north, which is right to left, again from our vantage point. Aubrey will be kicking off, and doing the kicking chores for the Chaparrals will be Bryson Bohannon, the left-footed kicker, wearing the number 52. You don't see number 50-something kicking all the time.
That just means he's got a big leg, and he also plays on the O-line or D-line.
Well, we saw him in warm-ups earlier, and he can bang it.
Yeah, he was working on his pooch kicks in warm-ups, trying to pin the return team at the 10-yard line. I would expect to see that here from Aubrey.
So the players jumping up and down, ready to get this thing going, limbering up a little bit. Bohannon looks to the sideline. He's ready to go. Everybody else jumping, and they're ready to go. And the kick. It's a deep kick, middle of the field, going to go back to Marmar, and it rolls in and out of the end zone, and center will take the ball first from their own 25, moving right to left, and come out on offense first. Look for Caden Dixon. He's the halfback with over 2,000 yards and 32 touchdowns on the ground. He is spectacular.
Wearing lime green gloves tonight at the running back position. Will be easy to spot all night.
So here we go as we just get underway. Center, and this is going to be Cash wanting to throw the deep ball on the very first play, looking downfield for Marmar, and it is apparently incomplete, as on the far sideline there was a debate about whether he came down with the football or not, but Marmar Evans, and it's incomplete, and second down and 10 coming up.
Marmar made a great effort going up to get the football from Cash, and he just had nowhere to land but out of bounds. Great defense by the Aubrey corner to make sure he didn't land in bounds there.
Quickly, here's a handoff. Dixon, left side, bounces it out up the left hash and down after about 6 yards to the 32-yard line. They'll give him 7. With 11:41, we're just underway, no score here in Tyler. Quickly, again, Dixon, straight up the middle, and he'll have the first down as he makes his way to the 38-yard line. And center is moving quickly.
Very quickly there. He hit the hole hard, though.
First and 10. They barely get the chain set. Here they go again. Cash down the field. That's going to be caught right at about a 12-yard gain at midfield. Signaling for first down is Marmar Evans after Cross connected quickly.
A high throw. Marmar went up and got it and came down with it. 12-yard gain.
Handoff Dixon, this time caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he stumbles forward somehow and gains a yard inside Aubrey territory for the first time tonight at the 49-yard line. 11:07 and ticking here in the first quarter. No score. Second down and 9 coming up. They slow it down just a little bit. Cross throws out right. Again, Evans makes the catch about 8 yards to the 42-yard line. And they're really working that outside corner matchup on the far side.
Marmar's just jumping up and catching everything over there.
And here's a handoff left side. Dixon scutters through for about maybe 4 or 5. They'll mark him at the 37, 38-yard line. Give him 4 yards. 10:31 on the clock. Quickly, center drops straight back, cross deep down the field. Coming to Wilburn this side at the 12, strolls into the end zone. Touchdown center, however, there may be a flag. Let's check and see what this is.
Flag on the play.
Wilburn had such a great release on the corner there. That was Tyler Brown in coverage and just got past him.
It's going to be a holding call, which will bring back and negate the touchdown.
3 plays, first down.
So it'll be first down and 20 now. We're at the 10:22 mark in the first. No score. And center has had it the entire time here. Moving quickly. Man goes in motion from left to right. Cross handoff. Dixon left side. Bounces it out for a moment. Aubrey's done a fairly good job of not allowing a big play on the ground so far as Dixon makes his way to the 44.
That was Davis there, Monty. Davis checked in for Dixon on that play.
Okay. TJ Davis, 248 yards on the season. And this will be a quick pass out again, cross. And he hits his man on the right side. And that's Jake Morris, I believe, on the reception. And it'll be third down after a minimal gain to the 41-yard line. 10th play of the drive for center on the opening drive of the game with 9:32 left to go in the first. No score. Cross talks to his back, now drops back 3 steps, hammers it deep down the left side. Wilburn again, makes the catch at the 12 again, strolls into the end zone. Our first score of the night. That one is true. It's 6-0 center over Aubrey with 9:18 on the clock here in the first.
Same exact route as he scored earlier on the holding call. He just got a great outside release this time, not inside release. Beat his man, perfect throw by Cash Cross.
41 yards on the touchdown. And with 9:18 on the clock, we have our first score awaiting our PAT, which will be Carlos Hernandez. A high snap, it's on the tee. Hernandez kick is right through the uprights and good. 7-0, our new score here in Tyler, Texas. We'll be right back right after this.
Cabinets and woodwork. Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Your kick is a squibber to Aubrey. That'll be fielded quickly on the near numbers, and some talking going on early here. Kai Bagley on the return up to about the 35-yard line, and Aubrey will take over there, 1st and 10, moving left to right. It was a 10-play, 75-yard drive for center, and it took 2 minutes and 42 seconds off, 42 seconds off the clock.
They move so fast.
Well, they do.
Like every time they would spot the ball, they were ready to go.
So they'll spot it here at the 37 is where Aubrey will start their first possession with 9:14 on the clock. Left to right from a wing tee look. This is going to be Poland turning around, and he's going to toss to the second man through, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 2 yards on forward progress. And the ball carrier is Emerson Cagle. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Poland just tossed the ball and was an extra lead blocker there for Aubrey. Just the hole wasn't big enough and 2-yard gain.
2nd down and 8. Poland toss, left side. Cagle again. This time he does have a lot of room. 1st down and more. Crosses the 50 to the 48-yard line. And Aubrey quickly moves the sticks.
That was a nice play design. Have a motion from outside to inside and then run the toss back to the outside.
So left to right goes Aubrey, who looks like Auburn with the dark maroon, or not, dark blue jerseys, white pants, white helmets. 1st and 10. 8:19 on the clock, 7-0. Center in the lead early. Man in motion and getting the carry and a flag before we get underway, as Wesley Huber was going to get the carry from right to left, but it looks like it's going to be against Aubrey.
They called an illegal shift, 2 men in motion there on Aubrey. He called Huber in motion, and it looked like Cagle moved early as Huber was in motion there.
So that'll push it back to the 47-yard line. Aubrey in their own territory. And here comes Aubrey on a 1st and 15. Handoff, right side. Dragon defenders is Cagle, and he'll gain about 7 of it back. Again into center territory at the 45-yard line. 2nd down, somewhere around 7 coming up right here.
Yeah, Trey McGee just grabbed onto Cagle. He held on for about 3 more yards and then finally slung him down. Cagle running hard so far for Aubrey.
Bringing the play in for the Chaparrals is Tay Ross on 2nd down and 7. This will be a quick hitter up the middle and good for maybe 3 yards to the 41-yard line. There's a quick handoff right over left tackle. The first man through, and that was Bagley on the carry.
Tried to catch him not looking there and just squeeze him through the 2 gap, but center found him early.
So a big play here early, Blake. 3rd down and 3.
Big play after giving up the touchdown on the first drive by Aubrey. Got to get the first here.
Poland turns, tosses, near side. Cagle has the 1st down and more to the 33-yard line. They'll mark him at the 32. So on the very first big play of the night for Aubrey, they move the sticks deeper into center territory at the 32.
Cagle's a good-looking back, runs hard. He's coming up a little gimpy here, though, but
Boy, he is.
does run hard.
Checking into the game is LeBraylon Bell. He's had a big year. He started the season on JV with the injury to Colgrove. They needed some help. And Bell has answered the bell. Handoff, and boy, buried in the backfield. Man alive, Bagley was, as soon as he got the hand, he was destroyed.
There is a flag here.
Boy, TJ Davis almost took the handoff.
He almost did take the handoff, and it was just a quick handoff, so he might have been offsides here.
Wow, that went very quickly. There's 6:26 on the clock. We're in the first. Center has the lead 7-0 as we just get started here. Block below the waist against Aubrey. Boy, adding insult to injury right there. Bagley is lucky he wasn't injured on that play. He took a pop from Davis. So that'll move the ball all the way back near midfield at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, TJ Davis almost took the handoff from Blaine Poland there. He just hit the running back as soon as the ball was there. Aubrey's lucky there was not a fumble there.
1st and 25 for Aubrey as we're nearing the 6-minute mark. Under center, Poland, handoff near side, quickly through the right side, and he'll gain 5 or 6 back to the 37-yard line. And on the carry was Bell, and they'll spot it at the 39.
Aubrey's got all these different backs, and they all look good carrying the ball. They all have good quickness and hit the holes hard.
Substitutions for center. Players running on and off the field. 5:43 here in the first. Look out for Jet Runyon on this play. He split out wide to the left. 6'6". The tight end is going to split out wide to the left. Poland is going to toss to Bell, left side. He cuts it up the left seam. It's going to get near the first down at the 27-yard line. A good run by Bell, and that left side of the offensive line just blowing up center Roughriders.
Bell was running on the toss play, and if he'd have just went outside instead of cutting it back right into Wyatt Emerson, just waiting on him to make the tackle.
11 yards for Bell to the 28-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 5:03 on the clock. It's rolling in the first, 7-0 center as we just get started here, but Aubrey trying to answer the bell, so to speak. Turn around, hand, and that's going to be a ball's on the turf. It was a handoff to Bagley, but Bagley spit the ball up at the 20-yard line, and center has recovered.
Was a big hit by Colton Gilchrist there on Bagley, and the ball just popped loose.
Whoa, that was a huge hit.
Marmar Evans with the recovery at the bottom of the pile there.
Wow. Jamarian, no, yeah, you're right. McGee made the pop. So here's center moving quickly, and a handoff up the middle. They're on the right hash, and that's Dixon.
Handoff goes to Dixon.
Wow, what a turn of events there. That center loves to go quickly. And here's a pass out right side. That's going to be caught. And close to a first down, and I believe it is at across the 30-yard line.
First down.
We'll spot it at the 35.
They go quickly. I don't even know if the chains were set on that first down play.
Cash cross, deep ball, left side, Wilburn. That's going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line. Picked off by Ty Brown. You got him on the touchdown a moment ago. This time he got inside position and picked it off. And Aubrey's going the other way.
Ty Brown said, "Not this time, I got you," and makes up for giving up the touchdown on the drive before by getting an interception. Perfect position. Cash cross didn't just put enough air on the ball for Wilburn to run under this time, and Tyler Brown makes a great play for Aubrey.
Boy, that ball did hang up a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it was just in the air too long. Cash cross is throwing the ball nicely tonight, just one mistake there.
1st and 10, left to right. Heading south is Aubrey. 2 receivers on the left, 2 men in the backfield, and an H-back, a toss to Bell. He's got a big gaping hole along the left side for about 7 or 8 yards up to the 43-yard line.
That toss play, Aubrey's ran it 3 times now, and it's been their big hitter. I think they got 12, 13, and 8 now on it on the 3 times they've ran it.
2nd down and 2 coming up as we're under the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. 7-0 center over Aubrey early. They come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, 2 backs. Under center goes Poland. Shot out of a cannon left side is Bagley, and he's got a first down and more to the 45-yard line. He wants a little retribution for the fumble a moment ago as he was really shot right there and picked up the first down quickly to the 45.
Yeah, Bagley, like you said, shot out of a cannon there. He got hit about 6 yards, bounced off that defender, and then took it another 6 for a 12-yard gain.
Checking out is Wesley Huber. And it'll be 1st down and 10. Turns, hands, and this is going to be Bell again, right up the middle, maybe over left guard, good for 5 to the 40-yard line. And it appears that we may have a big dose of LeBraylon Bell coming up tonight because we still haven't seen Emerson Cagle since he went out early in the game.
Yeah, Bell's been running hard since going in for Cagle. Aubrey will miss Cagle's. He throws a mean stiff arm, and Bell's more of an elusive runner. So losing the power back in Cagle may hurt Aubrey later on down the road.
2nd down and 5. Bell in the backfield to the right side of the fullback, which is Bagley. and now whistles, and I believe a timeout's been called by Aubrey. And it is. We will take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Their first of the half.
You know how it is. Most heating and air conditioning companies want to sell you a new multi-$1,000 unit instead of fixing the one you've got at a fraction of the cost. Most likely, your existing system was built better than the new one. Call Jason's Heating and Air Conditioning, like we do. Here's the number, 903-703-9771. That number again, 903-703-9771.
North Texas's source for all things pet, DNL Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop DNL.
Here's a toss to Bell coming near side, and he's got enough for a first down. So again, Bell carrying the load for Aubrey to the 34-yard line.
It's that little quick toss to the short side of the field that Aubrey's gaining most of their yards on. They're getting it blocked well, and it's been 6, 7, 8 yards every time they've ran it tonight.
We owe you a station identification. We'll do that right after this play. 1st and 10, left to right. Pull-in toss, right side Bell to the about the 30-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas High School Football by Studio 42. .141 on the clock here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Center over Aubrey, but they're knocking on the door. Aubrey is at the 32-yard line. Poland turns Bell again to the 30, a gain of 1.
Omar Preston blew that play up very quickly, coming from his outside backer position, getting Bell by the feet there.
3rd down and 6 as we near the 1-minute mark. Aubrey doesn't move near as quickly as Center does. Center, when they get the ball, they move quickly.
Aubrey still huddles like back in the old days.
Yeah, it's 1991. It's a slot tee look, and here is a quick hitter. I can't even tell where the ball is. That is your slot tee at perfection. And the quarterback kept it pulling around the left edge, and Center was not fooled at all.
No, Center.
And now a late flag comes in way back in the secondary, and Aubrey is very happy. Apparently some extracurricular by Center there.
Center was not fooled by that on defense, as quarterback Blaine Poland had nobody open and looked to tuck it and run, but ran into Omar Preston.
So we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against Center, and that'll give Aubrey a new set of downs and 15 yards closer. We're under a minute with 46 seconds left to go in the first, 7-0. Center in the lead, but Aubrey at the Rough Rider 17-yard line.
Huge mistake there by Center. You just can't give up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty when you just got a big stop on 3rd down. It was going to be about 4th and 8 for Aubrey, but Center gives them the free first down.
Left to right goes Aubrey from our vantage point. Under center, Poland is going to hand off to the first man through. Nothing doing there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is the fullback, Kai Bagley.
Mason Mayo threw off the center's block and was just waiting like a bear hug to tackle Kai Bagley there.
Kadarius Hearn checks into the game for Aubrey, and he'll split out wide to the right. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0, Center on top. We expected all kinds of points tonight, and we have 7. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter, and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. 4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home, is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Welcome back to Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium and Earl Campbell Field in Tyler, Texas. It takes almost as long to say that as it did to drive over here. 7-0, Center on top. We move into the second quarter. Aubrey with the ball knocking on the door, now moving to the north, and this is going to be a handoff to Bell, a big hole. Now he cuts it back inside, middle of the field to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They'll spot him at the 9. Good run there of about 16 yards. No, not that far. Maybe 11 yards.
If it wasn't for a shoestring tackle, LeBraylon Bell would have walked into the end zone there.
They'll spot it at the 9. And Aubrey with a 3rd down and 2. I formation, toss, right side Bell. He's got the right hash to the 2 yard line. A new set of downs, and Aubrey is 3 yards away from their first score.
Bell just followed the quarterback, Blaine Poland, after he got the ball. Poland was a lead blocker there, and now they got 1st and goal for Aubrey.
Well, they're bringing in a 2 tight end set. As coming in is Riley Heron. He and Runyon will both be double tight. Bell in the backfield, I formation. Poland turns, tosses, trying to fight his way in. Aubrey is in. Touchdown Chaparrals. And with an extra point, they'll tie the game with 10:55 left to go in quarter number 2.
Same play, basically double tight. Poland tosses it to Bell. He runs it inside behind Poland, gets to the pylon.
Left-footed kicker. Poland will hold. Bohannon to kick. It's high. It looks good. And it is, but there's a flag down. There's a flag at about 1 yard deep in the end zone in the middle of the field. And we'll see what this is all about.
I did not see anything.
In the meantime, it was an 11-play drive that went 65 yards, and apparently it's not on Aubrey. Is they're going to take the points? Is that right?
Well, center could elect to take any penalty on the kickoff.
But it's a tie game, right?
Yeah, 7-7.
7-7. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home, is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Welcome back to Tyler, Texas, where we have a really good football game. Aubrey has just tied it to make it 7-7, 10:55 left to go in the second quarter. It was a 3-yard touchdown by Bell, and here's your kickoff by center. Is going to be a fair catch called for by Aubrey, rather. And Aubrey's going to take the ball in the middle of the field at about the 37-yard line. Is that right? It was an 11-play, 65-yard drive for Aubrey. And again, we were talking about this. Hey, Aubrey scores 48 a game, center 53, and we've got a 7-7 game. Ball from the 37-yard line. And a handoff up the middle to Dixon, who has 6 yards.
Aubrey had a chance to get him for a 2-yard gain. He bounced off 2 guys.
And here's a handoff again to Dixon. This time he's going to be close to a first down. A flag is down.
It's going to be on center 77 with a face mask hold.
It was close to a first down at the 46-yard line, but again, the Blizzard's always right. Bounce this one back a little bit on the face mask. See where they spot it. There were 2 fouls, however. Let's see. They've not indicated anything just yet. They are showing they did signal a face mask a moment ago, but not officially. But there were 2 fouls on the play. Holding on the offense. So that was the, I guess it's holding.
Yeah, I guess just how the ref did it, it looked like it was face mask. His arms were too high.
So they take it back to the 36. Second down and 11 coming up. Crossing the gun to the right side is Dixon. Trying to draw Aubrey offside. Runyon almost went across. And now they look to the side. On second down and 11. We're at the 10:32 mark. The clock is stopped momentarily. We're tied 7-7. Class 4A Division II Area Championship. Cross wants to throw deep down the right side of the field, looking for Marmar Evans in double coverage, and somehow he comes down with that. Amazing catch at the 25-yard line by Evans. My goodness. C.D. Lamb-esque.
That was an amazing catch by Marmar. Double coverage, don't care.
Man, wow. To the Aubrey 25-yard line, and they go quickly. Hand off Dixon. Up the middle, shakes a defender, spinning out of another one, but brought down at the line of scrimmage after maybe a yard to the 24-yard line. 10-12 and rolling. We're in quarter number 2. Center moves very quickly. Dixon checks out of the game. T.J. Davis is into the game at tailback, and he gets the carry. No, it's going to be Cross keeping it up the middle on the read option, middle of the field. He's in. My goodness, that was fast. 24 yards for Cash Cross on the quarterback keeper on the read option. Wow.
Cash was straight money right there on his read option.
How long have you been preparing for that one?
All game.
Cash was all money. 9:55 on the clock, and Center takes a 13-7 lead. Awaiting this PAT. The kick is up. It looks high enough, and it looks good enough. That's Carlos Hernandez, and it's 14-7. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
For the woman who wants and needs a special day of pampering, there is a premier luxury spa offering a complete list of services to make any woman look and feel fabulous. There are individual, couples, and bridal packages available. The experience is relaxing and luxurious. From the moment you walk in the door, the pampering begins. Belfiore's gift certificates make the perfect gift for someone special in your life. In Rockwall, 2995 Horizon Road.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
From Tyler, Texas, Center has a 14-7 lead over Aubrey. 9:55 left to go in the second. Hernandez wants to bang this kick away, and he does. It's going to be taken by Bagley at the 19-yard line. Coming up near side, cuts on a dime and spins right there at the 30, and finally going to be brought down at the 36-yard line. Aubrey will be moving right to left from our vantage point, shy of midfield at the 36-yard line. Center just scored on a 4-play, 63-yard drive that took only a minute off the clock, and it was an RPO. It was the R in the RPO. If it was rush, I mean, it's read, but it was a rush, and it was a beautiful one by Cash Cross. And our new score, 14-7. 9:46 on the clock as Aubrey comes back out on the field. Ball at the 36-yard line of their own. Poland going to hand off on the back coming from one side to the other, the slot back, and he'll gain 6 yards to the 42. And is that Bell on the carry?
It was LeBraylon Bell.
Lined up in the slot?
Yep. Good run, too. Good hard run.
Checking in is Grant Ramsey. And Ramsey will go as a slot to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. One goes in motion. The toss, left side, Bell. He's got a seam down the left seam, and now there's a flag down. And this looks like it might be a hold. It would have been a first down run, but let's check and see what it is. I'm sure it's a hold. It came from the back judge.
It's either a hold or another illegal block below the waist.
During the run, personal foul. Crackback block.
Oh, crackback block.
Actually,
Nope.
blindside block on the offense, number 25.
What did he say?
Blindside.
Blindside block.
Replay second down.
So that's a big penalty against Aubrey. That'll push them back, I believe, inside their 30.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with these new penalties they call blindside blocks. It's just a simple crackdown. It was allowed for 100 years, and the last 2 years they took it away. So that's what makes running the wing tee these days a little difficult.
Yeah, it takes a lot of those blocking assignments away from the wing tee, slot tee type teams.
Yes, it does.
9:01 on the clock, and it is rolling. Back to their own 31. Here's a handoff. Quickly, Bell up the left hash, and he'll gain a little bit of it back, about 7 or 8 yards to the 34-yard line.
Evans and Crawford combining on the tackle.
Aubrey moving right to left.
Now third.
So much for the high-scoring shootout that we thought we were going to get.
No, Aubrey is doing what they want. I mean, they're down 7 right now, but they're controlling the clock, and that's big for them to make this a game, if you will.
You've got to keep that offense off the field.
Yep.
And that's what they're electing to do here. 3rd down and 12. And going to throw the football for the first time tonight is Poland, and it's going to be, I believe it's caught. What a great catch by Wesley Huber at the 44-yard line. Not enough for a first, but it's within thinking about this on a 4th down and 2. What do? Do you punt this one away?
I feel like I feel like you could go get 2 yards here. I understand the punt because you're already down 7. Don't want to give center good field position, but you run the wing tee, you should go get 2 yards here.
Bohannon to punt it away, and he does. Left-footed punter. He's going to bounce at the 30 and roll out of bounds at the 27, 28-yard line, and center will take over there after the punt. Yeah, if you don't get that, you're in big trouble. It's early in the game still.
Yeah, I think it being the second quarter had a lot to do with that call. And only being down 7.
What a great catch that was by Huber.
It was a great catch. He dove for it, gave an all-out effort, and caught the ball.
So ball at the 27, 14-7, center in the lead. 7:34 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10, left to right. As this is going to be Cross handing it off up the middle to Dixon again. And this, he gets about 5 or 6 every time he touches the ball. He's used to getting 9 per carry, so 6 I think Aubrey's got to be happy with.
Yeah, I agree. And they've had chances to get him for 2. He just keeps them legs moving. He's a good running back.
Now whistles before this one can get underway, and this does not work in the favor of center as they like to move the ball very quickly. They're not happy about the stoppage and play.
Yeah, center may run a play every 11, 12 seconds.
Marmar Evans trying to get the attention of his coaching staff. On the other side, waving his arms. Here's a handoff to Dixon. Met in the backfield, and this time they finally do get him. That'll be a loss of at least 1 back to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Jet Runyon finally shows up and makes a big play on that D-line for Aubrey.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the center Roughriders. Snap back, cross, handoff Dixon. A little bit of a seam on the right side, close to a first down, but not enough. And I think center's going to have to punt for the first time tonight unless they do something crazy here on a 4th down and 1 deep in their own side of the field at the 36-yard line. It looks like they may go for it. 4th down and a yard, maybe a yard and a half. No indication that they're going to punt, but we may see, well, no, they're bringing in, somebody's coming in here. What are we going to do?
That's Kobe Lau into the game.
That's a fullback. Center going to go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 36-yard line. Snapping it under center, and I think they may have it. Aubrey says no. This is going to be close, Blake Burnett.
I don't know if he got it. It was a great play call. Kobe Lout came in motion, took the snap under center, and ran quarterback sneak. Where the ball is spotted, we might need a measurement.
Hey, you don't get those anymore. You don't get chain pulls. We saw one, and you don't even get one here. They just go ahead and say first down. And obviously, the Aubrey crowd not happy. They don't pull chains anymore. You rarely see it. We saw it about 3 weeks ago. We saw 2 in one game, but you never see that anymore. And it's a first down, a new set of downs at the 37-yard line. Cross, flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, flag down, pumps. Now he's flushed out of the pocket again. Takes off at the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line, but let's check the flag near the backfield.
Definitely going to be holding on center here. But back to that last play, I really believe they needed a chain pull there.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand these days. Why don't they pull the chains?
Like, it was close. Like, I understand you if you could. We're way up here on the 3rd floor of a press box, and we can't see the direct angles. And maybe it was clear on the field that it was a first down, but up here it was not.
Well, the penalty will move it back to the 27-yard line. And this will be Cross throwing it, and he hits his receiver, who is popped immediately. It will be a fairly good gain, but boy, he paid the price, and that was Jake Morris on the catch.
He did pay the price as Kai Bagley lit him up as he was still in the air jumping to make the catch. It was a great tackle by Bagley.
9 yards, but it's still 2nd down and 12. Cross wants to throw in the pocket, flushed out, escapes a tackle. Ball comes out at the 36-yard line, but I believe center was able to recover.
Jet Runyon with a big tackle. Cash was running, and Jet just stripped the ball as he dove to make a tackle, but center was able to get back on top of it.
So it'll be 3rd down and 12 with the ball at the 36-yard line. 4:36 on the clock. Center in the lead with 14-7. But facing possibly their first punt of the game if they're not able to convert right here on a 3rd and 12. The Aubrey crowd screaming D up. And a nice show of sportsmanship there as the offensive lineman and defensive lineman shake hands across the ball, and a timeout's been called. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back right after this.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home, is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
3rd down and 12. Big play right here in the football game. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go before the half. Center on top 14-7 over Aubrey. But they are facing a 3rd and 12 and possibly their first punt of the evening if they're not able to convert right here. They're going to send 3 receivers to the near side, including Evans, Wilburn, and Morris. Cash Cross, the quarterback, drops back 3 steps, flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. Flag down again, and then he fires it at his receiver, Wilburn, who makes the catch, I believe, right at the first down marker, but they're going to say incomplete. I think he might have skipped it in.
There's also a flag on the play holding on center.
Yeah, that is going to be the case, which will push him back instead of 3rd down and 12. And we'll see what Aubrey's head coach, Keith Ivey, elects to do here. They're going to decline it, which will bring up 4th down. Keith Ivey, a 9th-year head coach, broken through for a pair of the best years in the program history over the last 2 years. They won a district title in 2020 behind an 11-2 record before going 12-12 last year and advancing to the regional final round of the playoffs. You're going to see the first punt of the night here for center. Back deep will be Brown to return. He'll stand at his own 34-yard line. The kick is almost blocked. There is contact and a flag down on the punter. The punt is killed around the 37-yard line, but we're going to have to check the penalty right here. This may be roughing. There's a lot of contact here. Roughing the kicker 15 yards. Wow.
He was so close to blocking it, he had to lay out there. And I'm not sure that it wasn't not tipped at all, but unlucky break there for Aubrey, and center gets a big break.
And now you wish, you would have taken the penalty, perhaps, now that you have hindsight, right?
Yeah, that's how it always works.
Wow. So a penalty will give center a first down and fresh life with 3:57. That's a big, big, big turning point in this football game as the ball now goes to the 49-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up for the center Roughriders. Moving left to right, white tops, purple bottoms. Purple helmets with a big gold emblem makes the helmet look gold. Handoff, Dixon, right side, bounces it out. He's got a little bit of room, and it's going to gain 4 yards to the 45-yard line.
He stops and starts faster than anyone I've seen in a long time.
He's very shifty. Over 2,100 yards for a reason. 2nd down and 6 coming up. 3:37 and rolling. Cross wants to throw. Straight drop back. Chased by Runyon. Flushed down to the pocket. Far side. Just tucks it and runs near the first down marker at the 39. We'll check, see where he went out of bounds. They'll say just shy of the first down at the 41-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by Wesley Huber.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for the center Roughriders, leading 14-7 over Aubrey with 3:28 left to go in the second.
Cross is a great runner when coverage is good downfield by Aubrey. He makes something out of nothing.
3rd down and 2 from Tyler, Texas. Cross, quick pass to the right. It's caught by Wilburn, turns. That's Morris, rather. Stiff arms. And down at the 27-yard line, a first down, or 26. And center on the move again. 15 yards on the pass from Cross to Morris.
Good catch and run. Good yak play for Morris.
Handoff Dixon, the reverse. Marmar wants to throw. Evans now runs up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's tripped up. A nice play by Runyon to save perhaps another 15 yards that Evans was going to pick up.
That was supposed to be a pass back to the running back as he was running the wheel route after handing it off to Evans. But Marmar saw an open lane and tried to run.
13th play of the drive. And Cross wanted to throw, and now he dumps it out to his receiver, and that's going to be intercepted again. That's Brown again inside the end zone. It'll be a touchback, but Aubrey has the football.
They're saying he's down at the 2-yard line where he caught the ball, but his momentum carried him into the end zone.
Oh, what a...
There is a flag, though. on the play as well.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So it's an ineligible receiver downfield against center. And Tyler Brown's interception, his second of the night, will stand. And Aubrey will have the ball at their own 2-yard line with 2:35 left to go before the half. And that ends the 13-play drive that started at their own 27-yard line. Wow.
2:35 left in the half. Aubrey doesn't want to give the ball back to center. A first down is very key on this drive. Got to get 1 to 2 at least. Aubrey does get ball to start the second half as center elected to receive the kickoff because they won the coin toss. So big drive here for Aubrey.
And backed up at their own 2-yard line. Moving right to left. 3 men in the backfield. Poland turns, toss. I believe that's Bell. And he might gain 1, maybe 2 before he's pushed back hard into the end zone.
Yeah, nothing really there as Bell got the ball and center just had it stacked up on that side.
So it's second down, and Aubrey trying to run the clock off a little bit here at 2:08. Bringing in the play is Tay Ross. They come to the line of scrimmage from the 3-yard line. Handoff, right side, Bagley, maybe a couple of yards. They'll spot him in between the 6 and the 7-yard line. And a timeout's been called. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, center trying to get the ball back before half, calls a timeout there. Good coaching decision.
There's a 1:48 on the clock here in quarter number 2. And things have quietened down a little bit in the stands. You would think this would be a big moment for the crowd, but things have settled just a little bit. It's a little cold out there, though.
It's very chilly out there tonight.
I wondered whether I was going to wear my jacket in on the way up, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and grab it. It's a good thing I did. It was a long way up here. We will talk about the stadium, the Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field. They did have an upgrade several years ago. The turf looks brand new, by the way, but the addition here in the press box is new. Third level is brand new. This is a beautiful facility.
Beautiful.
This is my third time to do a game here. The first was in 2007, McKinney, Boyd, and Marshall. The last time I did a game here was in 2014 with Howe and Wascom as Junebug Johnson ran all over the Howe Bulldogs that night on their way to a state championship. Ended the season for Howe 3 rounds deep. Poland is going to turn around and hand, and that's his Bell, and he's got not enough for a first up to the 10-yard line, and the timeout's probably going to be called here again. And it is Aubrey with a 4th down coming up, and we'll have to punt this one away. It's 4th and 2 with 1:41
That's their third and final.
left to go in the half. Ball spotted right at the 10-yard line. So with 1:41, center's going to get the ball back here pretty soon.
Aubrey has to punt here, no other choice to be made.
Yeah, at their own 10-yard line. It is 4th and 2, but yeah, there's no.
If you aren't gonna go for it at your own 45, you're not gonna do it at your own
Well,
10.
you certainly don't want to do something silly right here, give up points right before the half, especially when you can punt it away and
make them drive the field.
right. And the defense for Aubrey has looked pretty good recently.
Yes.
Stopped Dixon for a loss on the previous drive, forced them to punt for the first time, but did end up with a penalty.
Yeah.
So here comes the punt team. Bohannon will stand about 3 yards deep in the end zone. 1:41 on the clock here in the second. Center leading 14-7. Left-footed punter bangs it away. A high spiraling kick. Going to send back to the 48-yard line on the catch and spinning out of a tackle and can't do it. Brought down right there at the 46 is the returner, Grant Ramsey.
Much better to have center 46 yards away instead of 10 yards away. So good decision to punt the football there on 4th and 2.
1:31 left before the half.
But with center, time is no object.
Yeah, they move quickly. Cash cross in the gun. He hands off to Dixon. He's met, spins out of one tackle, but he is going to be brought down after two. Aubrey says the ball came out. No indication from an official.
The ref on the far side says he was down.
So it'll be second down as there's 1:13. The clock is rolling. Ball at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 by Dixon. Crossing the gun, drops back 3 steps, middle of the field, hammering it deep down the right side, looking for Marmar Evans. Makes the catch, but he's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Pretty good coverage over there by Aubrey, and I think that was Fields in coverage.
Yeah, Cameron Fields has done that twice tonight on Marmar Evans. He uses the sideline to be his best friend and just makes it where he can't come down in bounds.
We're under a minute with 59 seconds. Center on top, 14-7. Right before the half, the Roughriders moving left to right. Aubrey's defense has played tremendous so far tonight, allowing only 14 points to a team that averages 58. Here is Dixon, and no, it's Cross keeping it on the read options. Got some room, 40, 35. Ball is out at the 32-yard line, and this time Aubrey does have it. The ball came loose, and it's recovered by Aubrey.
Cash was not so money on that one as he coughs it up. Big play, as we talked about earlier. Cameron Fields coming up from his corner spot and making a big strip on the play.
So there's 51 seconds on the clock. You're at your own 33. What do you do here, Blake?
Just got to stick to your offense. I mean, you could bust one. And Aubrey has a good field goal kicker. You just need about 40 yards to get in his range.
Bell in the backfield. Wing T look. 2 receivers to the near side. Toss. Bell. And the whistles a false start before it gets underway. So 48 seconds. Poland turns his hands to the sky as if, did we really? And they'll move it back 5 yards.
And that's that play that they ran early in the game and were getting 6-8 yards a carry. And now it's like they kind of went away from it, kind of went with it, hitting you straight in the mouth behind the center.
I wasn't so sure that Bell wasn't about to throw that football.
He could have been. That would have been interesting.
Wing T look right here. And this will be a handoff to Bell, right side. Cuts it up the middle of the field. He's got some running room, 40. Down at the 43-yard line, 42 seconds on the clock.
Brandon Bell, the ball carrier.
It stops momentarily until they move the chains. It's a first down.
Also in the play,
Just run your offense. Go get 10 yards a pop, and
first down.
they'll be all right.
14 yards on the carry by the young sophomore who started on JV earlier this year, LeBraylon Bell. And we have a stoppage in action.
The chains got tangled up, and I don't know what happened on the other side of the field. Looks like they got it ready to go.
So now they'll stretch it out. There's 27 seconds on the clock.
Should be more than that.
Yeah, the clock was rolling a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, should be 42.
Yeah, the officials are now
Yeah.
looking at the clock operator and signaling. I think you're right. I think it should be 42 seconds.
That's what it was at the end of that play, and the chains weren't set, so the clock should never run until they're set.
The officials are doing the hand signals up here. 42. And still the clock operator. It's nothing going on over here. Don't look at us. It's not us.
The Aubrey fans are getting reckless out there, too. You can hear them through the crowd mic.
The officials are having a hard time. Now they get it. And now you hear the crowd roar as time went back on the clock. 42 seconds. 1st and 10 for Aubrey. Trying to punch it in here before they get the football back to start the second half. 14-7, they trail to center. Clock rolls, under 40 seconds now. Man goes in motion. This is a handoff, right side, Bagley, and he escapes past the 50 to the 48, close to a 10-yard gain at the 47-yard line. Clock stops at 30 as they move the chains. And now an injured center Roughrider is down for a moment.
We just had like a tackle without the ball there. That was very awkward.
So ball at the 47 on the center side of the field. Aubrey moving right to left. 28 seconds and rolling. Aubrey has 2 timeouts. 3 receivers near side. Poland turns, tosses, and that's Bell met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. I'm sure a timeout's going to be called, and it is. It'll be 2nd down and 10 when they clear the pile. There's 15 seconds on the clock. Again, I kept waiting for Bell to throw the football there on the halfback pass.
I could see it on that one with Jet Runyon split out wide there, and when I saw him come over to our side and split out, I go, "This is a pass play. This is a pass play." They ran a little quick toss though, but it could have been a halfback pass, and the blocks just weren't there.
So the ball at the 47-yard line. There's a timeout. Aubrey has 1 left in their pocket. There's 15 seconds on the clock before the half. Center leads 14-7.
I feel like here with 15 seconds left, you got to throw a pass here. With Jet Runyon's size, just throw him a jump ball and see what can happen.
We owe you a station identification. We'll do that momentarily. 2nd down and 10. Right to left. Poland going to roll out and throw. Looking down the field. Fires it down the field. It's going to be caught by Bell for a 1st down at the 28-yard line. A timeout's been called. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas High School football on Studio 42. Clock is stopped with 5 seconds. 2nd down and 10. That doesn't matter. What matters is 5 seconds. And a field goal attempt is coming up. Bryson Bohannon will be attempting a 45-yarder from the right hash. Left-footed kicker. Snaps back. It's on the tee. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is no good. It appeared to be long enough. It looked like it barely crossed the crossbar, but we'll see what the replay shows. We do have a replay here, but that is the end of the half. And what a half it has been. 14-7, center in the lead. We do not get a replay on that.
Very exciting half, though.
It's not what we anticipated. I thought we might have a 35-28 halftime or something like that. We did not get that. And it appears like it was short. As we now get the field goal replay, it looked like it was short. We have the angle where it appeared like it was long enough, and it wasn't. It was short. So we're going to take a quick timeout. It is halftime. 14-7, center in the lead over Aubrey. We'll be back right after this.
You know how it is. Most heating and air conditioning companies want to sell you a new multi-$1,000 unit instead of fixing the one you've got at a fraction of the cost. Most likely, your existing system was built better than the new one. Call Jason's Heating and Air Conditioning, like we do. Here's the number, 903-703-9771. That number again, 903-703-9771.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Welcome back. Sorry, it was a mad dash. We're at halftime, 14-7. Center in the lead over Aubrey. It was a great first half. Blake Burnett, I know he's burning up the stats trying to get those done. The game started as Center won the coin toss, and they elected to receive. They started at their own 25-yard line, drove 10 plays down the field on 75 yards on the drive, and scored on a 41-yard touchdown from quarterback Cash Cross to his wide receiver Lance Wilburn, 41 yards, and Center took the first lead of the night, 7-0, and left 9:18 on the clock in the first quarter. Aubrey's first drive started at their own 37-yard line, and it went 8 plays but ended on a fumble.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
we present for your halftime
Center was able to take over at the 4:39 mark from their own 21-yard line.
tonight, the ladies perform
But 2 plays later, Ty Brown for Aubrey picked off a cross pass, which gave Aubrey the ball at the 4:19 mark at their own 35-yard line. That's where they tied the game. They drove 11 plays, 65 yards, and scored on a Ladarian Bell. Let's see, that was a 3-yard touchdown. And that tied it at 7. With 10:55 left to go in the second quarter. Center took it at that mark at their own 37-yard line. And 4 plays and 63 yards later, it was a 24-yard touchdown RPO by Cash Cross as he pulled it out of the gut of Dixon and strolled. Actually, it wasn't Dixon. It was T.J. Davis that was into the game. Regardless, Cross pulled it out of the gut, scampered right up the middle for the score, which made it 14-7 with 9:55 left to go in quarter number 2. Aubrey's next possession was a punt, and then Center takes the ball, and they go very quickly. Center goes very, very quickly. They want to snap it in a hurry. They took it at their own 27-yard line, drove all the way down the field on 13 plays, but again, Ty Brown came up with his second interception of the night, and that gave Aubrey the ball at the 2:35 mark at their own 2-yard line. Center called some strategic timeouts to get the football back on a punt, which I need to write that down. And that gave the ball back to the Roughriders at the 46-yard line in Aubrey territory. However, a Cash Cross fumble on the third play gave it back to Aubrey and a chance to score right before the half. They drove from the 35 to the 47-yard line and down, and actually tried a 45-yard field goal attempt. And it came up just short. And we are now with our new score, or our score that's been that way for a while, since 9:55 left to go in the second, 14-7, Center on top of Aubrey. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
For the woman who wants and needs a special day of pampering, there is a premier luxury spa offering a complete list of services to make any woman look and feel fabulous. There are individual, couples, and bridal packages available. The experience is relaxing and luxurious. From the moment you walk in the door, the pampering begins. Belfiore's gift certificates make the perfect gift for someone special in your life. In Rockwall, 2995 Horizon Road.
North Texas's source for all things pet. D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
We're at the half where Center owns a 14-7 lead over Aubrey. You can hear the Center Rough Rider band in the background. We have some stats for you. Blake the Blizzard Burnett, go ahead and take it over.
We'll jump into stats here for Center first. They are the leading team at 14-7 here at the half. And their leading rusher is quarterback Cash Cross, 5 carries for 51 yards. He has a touchdown, but he also has a big fumble. That was a turning point in this game. Right before the half, Aubrey tried to get points. They just missed the field goal. Caden Dixon, 12 carries for 41 yards. TJ Davis has 1 carry for 4 yards. Colby Lout has 1 carry for 2 yards. And Marmar Evans has 1 carry for 2 yards as well. Cash Cross, the quarterback, is 7 of 11 passing, 127 yards with a touchdown. He's also thrown 2 interceptions. Those have been big in this game. Aubrey's defense is playing great and forcing 3 turnovers in the first half. Marmar Evans is your leading receiver with 3 catches for 59 yards. Lance Wilburn has 1 catch for 41 yards and a touchdown. And Jake Morris has 3 catches for 28 yards. On defense, center is led by Wyatt Emerson, 5 tackles. Omar Preston, 5 tackles. Omar also has a sack. Colton Gilchrist has a tackle and a forced fumble. Mason Mayo, 4 tackles. Mason Perry, 3 tackles. Marmar Evans, a tackle, and he recovered a fumble. Gibson has a tackle. Jamarion Crawford has 3 tackles. And Trey McGee has 3 tackles as well for center at the half. Now we'll jump into Aubrey stats. Aubrey on offense is led by LeBraylon Bell, 13 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. Kai Bagley has 6 carries for 34 yards. Blaine Poland has 1 carry for -4 yards. It was a time where he got sacked. Not an official rush attempt for him, but in high school they count sacks as rushing yards. Emerson Cagle, 5 carries for 35 yards, all on the first drive for Aubrey. We have not seen him back in the game since then. Blaine Poland is 2 of 2 passing for 27 yards. Wesley Huber, 1 catch for 8 yards, and LeBraylon Bell, 1 catch for 19 yards. It was right before the end of the half to set up the field goal for Aubrey. On defense, Aubrey is led by Wes Huber with 3 tackles, Gabe Plum with 3 tackles, Randall Zostek with 2 tackles, Jet Runyon 2 tackles. He has a sack and a forced fumble. Xavier McCoy a tackle. Jacob Polindo has a tackle. Tyler Brown has 2 interceptions. They keep trying him and he keeps saying, no, no, no. Kai Bagley has a tackle. Everson Strain has a tackle. Cameron Fields, the other corner, has 3 tackles. He also forced the fumble on Cash Cross. And Brock Temple has a tackle for Aubrey.
Good job, Blake. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go over some scores. We'll recap some scores from last night and kind of go over some scores that we have found tonight. A big one, of course, Caddo Mills and Pleasant Grove. We'll catch you up on that one here in just a moment. We'll be right back.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home, is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
Welcome back. We're at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas, on Earl Campbell Field. Let's look at some scores around the area. I know we're interested in the Caddo Mills game. Let me see what we can find there. Looks like 14-0 Texarkana Pleasant Grove over Caddo Mills at the moment. So that would be the winner of this game. You know, the Aubrey fans, obviously, in the DFW listening area would like to advance to play either one of those teams. It doesn't matter, I don't think. But Aubrey is going to have to get back in this football game. It's 14-7. They're not out of it. 14-7, and they're going to get the football back to start the second half. So let's look around Class 4A Division II. Glen Rose beat Fort Stockton 63-12. It was Monahans over Ferris 35-21. The Hershey Huskies out in Wichita Falls beat Canyon West Plains Wolves 42-17. Seminole lost to Godley 41-40 in a barn burner.
It's a good game.
District 3, let's see, let's go to, we gave you that one. Gainesville, a local game, lost to Gilmer 60-20.
Gilmer's a good football team.
Carthage, also a good football team, knocked out Van Alstyne 61-30. And here we are, 14-7, Center over Aubrey at the half. Caddo Mills, we gave you a moment ago, losing to Texarkana Pleasant Grove 14-0. And moving on down the list, Smithville lost to Silsbee 34-0. Hampshire Finette, the Longhorns, beat Waco Connolly Cadets 33-30.
That's a team of mascots right there. Longhorns and the Cadets.
Longhorns and Cadets.
Cadets.
The Gobblers of Cuero beat Sealy Tigers 41-18. Madisonville Mustangs over Belleville Brahmas 9-3. It was a 2-run shot over the left center wall. Sealy, let's see, we gave you that one. Geronimo Navarro Panthers beat Bishop Badgers 28-14. Lago Vista Vikings over Sinton Pirates 42-7. Orange Grove Bulldogs lost to Wimberley 48-0. And Gerald beat Port Isabel 35-21. Let's let you listen to this great Aubrey Chaparrals band. We'll take a quick time out, or actually we'll just let you listen to that. We'll be right back. Well, we hope you've enjoyed that halftime show by the Aubrey Chaparrals band. It's been a great game so far. Maybe not one that we anticipated as far as the amount of points on the board, but it has been a delight so far. The 14-7. I'm one that likes the defensive, low-scoring type of game. I know that's not normal from this day and age when everybody wants to light the scoreboard up and everybody, it's the whole Texas Tech mantra. Everybody wants to be entertained. But I'm still the old school guy who likes a 14-7 ball game. That doesn't make me mad at all when it's a good defensive battle. And we have that certainly tonight. We haven't really talked much about Center's head coach Ricky Meeks. They've done a great job over there. Meeks took over in 2021 after Scott Ponder accepted a coaching job at La Pryor. We know all about Scott Ponder, who was slinging it around in North Texas at Bell's a few years back. But Meeks was hired by Alto in 2018, coming from Tatum, where he was the offensive coordinator. In 3 seasons as head coach, Meeks went 21-13. In 2019, the Yellow Jackets were 10-0 and won a district title before losing in the area round of the playoffs. In total, Meeks has been a coach for 14 years. Meeks was an assistant for his father, Dickey, when he helped Henderson to a state title back in 2010. So a lot of skins on the wall for center head coach Ricky Meeks, and had a chance to visit with him a little bit earlier this week, and had great communications back and forth with the Center Roughriders and also the Aubrey Chaparrals. So a 14-7 game here in Tyler at Rose Stadium. And again, not really what we thought. We thought we were going to get more points in this, Blake.
Honestly, though, it's 2 good offenses and 2 good defenses. Which, when it's a defensive battle like this, people love to see that. It's when it's 2 bad offenses and defense just show up and play that no one likes to see.
Yeah.
They want to know that both offenses can score, and we know that. But the defenses have just came and said, "We're going to steal the show tonight, and we're going to make you earn everything down the field."
Aubrey has played outstanding on both sides of the ball. Again, Center scored first on a 41-yard touchdown from Cash Cross to Lance Wilburn on a 41-yard strike that ended the 10-play, 75-yard drive and gave us our first score of the night, 7-0. Center in the lead at 9:18 left to go in the first. Aubrey then took it at their own 37-yard line, and they drove 8 plays before fumbling the ball over to Center, who took it at their own 21-yard line, but another turnover. And that's we weren't expecting turnovers, I guess, and we've had several of those. Ty Brown intercepted Cross for the first out of 2 times in the first half, which gave the ball back to Aubrey at their own 35-yard line, and they were able to tie the ball game as they moved into the second quarter on an 11-play, 65-yard drive. That it was the running back LeBraylon Bell who took it in from 3 yards out to tie the game with 10:55 left to go in the second. Center got the ball back at the 37, and it was an RPO run by Cash Cross up the middle, and he was virtually untouched. And that ended a 4-play, 63-yard drive that gave Center a 14-7 lead with 9:55 left to go in the second quarter. An Aubrey punt, and you thought, uh-oh, this thing's going to get away in a hurry, because you can't be punting in a game like this with 2 heavyweights. Center took it at their own 27, and they drove all the way down the field on 13 plays to the 24-yard line before Cross was intercepted by Brown again, his second of the game. But that put Aubrey at their own 2-yard line. And some crafty timeouts right before the half. That allowed Center to get the football back at the Aubrey 46-yard line. But again, another fumble as Cash Cross fumbled to give Aubrey the ball back at the 38-yard line. And they eventually moved down within striking range to attempt a 45-yard field goal by Bryson Bohannon, but it fell just a bit short and gave us our current score, 14-7, with Center in the lead. Aubrey's going to get the football back, and they're going to get it here pretty quickly. We got about maybe 4 minutes before we kick this thing off. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
We had an injury early in the game, Blake Burnett, as it was Cagle who was not able to come back out. He was injured early. I mean, in the very first part of this football game, Emerson Cagle, who has over 1,000 yards rushing, is now out of the game. And did you see him on crutches?
Yeah, he's on crutches and street clothes. He has a hoodie and a jacket and shorts on.
So Aubrey down to LeBraylon Bell, who has played very well in his place, has 639 yards of his own, 8.3 yards per carry coming into tonight, but he started the season on JV. This season was supposed to be the season of Braylon Colgrove, who had over 2,100 yards a year ago as a junior. He played in one game this year and was gone, and he hasn't been seen on the field since. So Cagle is who they've really turned to, along with Kai Bagley, to take the load. And now Cagle is out. And it's the sophomore LeBraylon Bell. But again, Bell has done a masterful job so far tonight.
You really feel for the kid getting hurt in a playoff game because you never know what's going to happen down the road. Cagle is just a junior, though, so he does have next season. So, but you don't want to see anybody get hurt at any level.
We're just about ready to get underway in the second half. That's one of the longest halftime shows I think I've ever been a part of.
Yeah,
Seemed like anyway.
It did seem like it was a long time.
Set to kick off for the Roughriders.
Doing the kicking for center will be Carlos Hernandez, and he'll be kicking left to right. Aubrey will be returning it and trying to move the football right to left. Getting warmed up again as it's cold out there and the players are a little bit stiff. Here's a deep kick going to be taken by Ross inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, coming near side. That's Brown, rather. Turns the corner at the 20 and out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A flag is down, as there might have been a blindside hit somewhere about the 19-yard line. We'll check and see what that is.
Also a flag on the tackle there as well, so offsetting penalties should be coming. May have to re-kick here. I'm not sure what the ruling is on offsetting penalties on a kickoff would be.
So the officials are talking right now about it. We'll see what they come up with. 11:51 on the clock. We're just underway. It'll be right now. They're still talking about it. I got a hold against Aubrey. Personal foul against center. So right now they're walking it back. I don't know if you can hear the official or not there, but they're walking it back to the 10-yard line. And now they're going to step it off back the other way. 15 yards.
Ball should go the 25
It should, yeah, it should be started at the 25. So it's nothing more than a touchback right here, basically, after all of that.
Refs made it harder than what it was on that one.
Yeah, they really did. 11:51 on the clock. We're just underway. And Aubrey comes to the line of scrimmage. Man goes in motion from left to right. Poland turns. LaBelle has the toss. He's got a big seam up the sideline. 40 out of bounds there after about a 14-yard gain to the 40 or 39-yard line, rather. And a flag is down right at the end of that play.
This could be targeting. I do not like the penalty at all, and it's definitely going to be on the center defensive back that made the tackle on Bell.
So they'll tack on, it appears, 15 at the end of this.
Yeah, and the player will be ejected.
So who's ejected? Is that an immediate ejection?
Immediate ejection. It's the worst rule in football.
Oh, no, my goodness. That's a big loss.
But
Trey McGee.
That was his 4th tackle of the game, too, and he's been all over the field.
And he's a senior.
Ooh, that's tough.
That could be the last moment of his career in high school. That is a really, I think the UIL needs to clean that up a little bit. It's just a little bit too much, in my opinion.
I agree. They need to move targeting to be like technicals are in basketball. Like, the first one can be a 15-yard penalty. I'm fine with that. And then if he gets a second in the game, ejection's okay. But on the first one, you can't just eject a player. Because some of those, it's like, where's he supposed to hit you? I don't agree that it's an ejection at any level for that kind of play. It wasn't like it was reckless. That's where he hit him because the way he was falling, the aiming point changed.
1st and 10 for Aubrey, right to left. Handoff near side. Bell again. Stutter steps a moment. Dives forward to the 38-yard line. Gain of 4 or 5. Sets up a 2nd down and 5.
Jamarion Crawford was fighting off the block and finally got Bell to the ground there. Good hard run by LeBraylon Bell.
So give him 4 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 6. 11-17 and rolling here in quarter number 3. Man in motion, handoff, first man through. Bagley fighting for yardage. Could have been a horse collar as he was ripped backwards at the 30-yard line. No call. That is a 1st down, however.
Yeah, I was shocked if they're this flag happy they didn't call that one. 'Cause like you said, he was ripped back. But maybe he might not have grabbed behind the collar. He might have just been that strong and grabbed the back of the jersey.
10:53. Center in the lead, 14-7. Offset I formation. Poland toss. Bell looking for a seam on the left side. Gang tackled, maybe a yard, but I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of gold and purple hats around Bell to make the stop there.
Yeah, there was nothing opening up. That center defensive line was just, they had the point of attack and just pushed it backwards.
Boy, that formation right there was 1990s Bob Brown, Denison Yellow Jacket, too tight power I set right there. See what they do here. 2nd down and 10. 2 men in the backfield. This is a wing tee. This will be a handoff to Bagley up the middle, spinning out of a tackle. He's got close to a 1st down. He may have it at the 20. And they will move the sticks. Aubrey looking good right out of the half. Trailing 14-7, but knocking at the door at the center 20-yard line.
Bagley looked explosive as he got the handoff right on the A gap and right in between the center and the guard and hit the hole hard.
1st and 10. Poland. Bagley again. Right over left tackle. 2 yards to the 17. 3 yards.
Bagley with the carry.
And, boy, it's a methodical drive right now, marching down the field. This drive started for Aubrey at their own 25-yard line 7 plays ago. 9:21 on the clock here in the 3rd. Trailing center 14-7. 2nd down and 7. A wing look. Bagley again trying to bounce it out. Can't do it. A great play by the center defensive tackle to scrape right down the line. And he's really happy about what he was able to do there. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, that play just had nothing from the start as the defensive tackle just blew it up. And, I mean, it almost looked like it was an option look, and he gave that first read because Poland carried out his fake there. I don't know. It was an interesting play.
3rd down and 8. They'll call it on the scoreboard. Man in motion is Bell. Poland wants to throw all alone on the near side and strolling into the end zone. Touchdown Aubrey as Tay Ross slips out to the backside, and Poland found him all alone. And an extra point will tie the game with 8:28 left to go in the 3rd.
When we say someone was wide open, he was wide open.
17 yards. And the PAT by Bohannon is good, and we have a tie ball game. Grab your socks and pull. 8:28 left to go in the 3rd. 14-14. We'll be right back.
You know how it is. Most heating and air conditioning companies want to sell you a new multi-$1,000 unit instead of fixing the one you've got at a fraction of the cost. Most likely, your existing system was built better than the new one. Call Jason's Heating and Air Conditioning, like we do. Here's the number, 903-703-9771. That number again, 903-703-9771.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Welcome back to Tyler Rose Stadium. 8:28 left to go in the 3rd. Aubrey has just tied it up. And are they going to get a penalty? There they are. They faked the quail onside, but about 3 defenders went across the line, or 3 on the kicking team. And here's the kick. It's going to be taken at the 3-yard line, coming up the middle of the field, and finally tripped up at the 24-yard line is the return man for center, which is DeMalin Gibson. But remember the flag on the kickoff.
Yeah.
The drive for Aubrey was 7 plays, 75 yards, and was capped off by a 17-yard touchdown from Poland to Tay Ross, who was wide open on the backside.
They waved the flag off there because they weren't actually offsides when they kicked the ball.
So with 8:23 on the clock, center will take over at their own 25-yard line. Dixon trying to break free for one of the first times tonight. Cannot do it. Met at the line of scrimmage and maybe gained a yard. Again, it was Runyon right there. No, it wasn't Runyon. It was, I believe that was Huber making the tackle. And it's 2nd down and 9. Cross is going to hand off again to Dixon, trying to break free. Does, close to a first down. I think he's got it at the 36-yard line. That will move the sticks for center. 11 yards, and Dixon just starting to chew up yards tonight. Snap back, and Dixon again, met at the line of scrimmage, this time driven backwards. A great play by the secondary and the linebackers. Gabe Plum came up to make the stop.
Yeah, Aubrey's defense is not letting Dixon get to the space that he's used to. He did have a 9-yard run to play before, but the plays in between, both a total of 2 yards. I don't think that's happened to him all season.
2nd down and 9, 7:20 on the clock. This is going to be a handoff to Dixon again. Cuts it up the right hash, spinning forward. He's got maybe 5 yards. to the 42-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and short. We'll call it 4.
Center is sticking to the run, though, with Dixon.
Under 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd. All knotted up, 14-14. Dixon, this is going to be a read option. Cash Cross is going to keep it for a first down. Straight up the middle to the 48-yard line. And he runs well when he keeps it. He doesn't run it very often, but he does run well. Came into the game with 61 carries, 496 yards. Here is Dixon, I believe, up the middle, and it is for about 4 yards to the 48-yard line inside Aubrey territory.
The point of attack, Aubrey is just stuffing, but Dixon's falling forward for 2 to 3 yards every time.
2nd down and 7. Left to right goes center. Man goes in motion from left to right. Cross wants to throw. Looks right side, fires caught by Evans, makes a move, spinning out of a tackle, has a first down at the 39-yard line. He's very C.D. Lamb-ish. Tall, slender, and catches everything. They'll spot it at the 38. 10 yards, and they move quickly. Cross, handoff, Dixon, right up the middle over left guard, fighting for yardage, and finally down. That's not Dixon. That is Davis on the carry. And he'll gain 4 or 5. They'll spot it at the 34, and they move quickly. That's a 4-yard gain. 5:48 on the clock. Crossing the gun, sends a man in motion from right to left. Davis again, the carry. This time he's met right at the line of scrimmage and might have even lost a yard. Back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the Aubrey point of attack, they're pushing that offensive line back a little here in the 3rd quarter. It's just the running backs are kind of falling forward, but Davis fell backwards that way. Good defensive line play from Aubrey here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 7 as we near the 5-minute mark. Cross, a pass out to Wilburn across the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's got the 10, he's got the 5, he's got the end zone. Center takes the lead on a 35-yard strike from Cross to Wilburn, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns for Wilburn tonight. 41 yards and 35 yards on that one.
And he was streaking across the middle. Caught it on about the right hash, ended up in the left corner. And here's Hernandez on for the PAT. It's on the tee. The kick is up. Looks good. And it is 21-14, our new score. Center in the lead here in Tyler, Texas. 5:03 left to go in the 3rd. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet. D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
5:03 left in the 3rd as Center just punched it in and takes the lead 21-14 after a 35-yard touchdown strike from Cross to Wilburn, his 2nd of the night. Here's the kickoff. Going to be taken at the 5-yard line by Ty Brown, coming near side, has the 20, goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And Aubrey will take over there, deep in their own territory, moving right to left from our vantage point.
Ball will be placed near the 24-yard line.
4:57 on the clock.
Chaparrals.
Maybe we talked a little bit too much about defense during the half.
Maybe, because both offenses said we're going to go get 7 and 7 to start this 3rd quarter. Let's see if Aubrey can answer the touchdown drive by Center.
Wesley Huber into the game. Poland runs to the line of scrimmage, 2 backs. And this will be Bell coming near side, spinning out of a tackle at the 25 and spins his way up to the 28-yard line. Gain of about 6. That's not 6, that's 5. On first down, setting up a second down and 5. 4:38 on the clock here in quarter number 3. 21-14, Center in the lead over Aubrey. Class 4A Division II Area Championship. Poland under center, handoff, big room up the right side. It's a foot race to the 40, and out of bounds is Bagley to the 32-yard line as Bagley went straight over the right side of the offensive line and had so much room over there. It's a big pickup by Aubrey to the 32.
Bagley had some jets there. He just couldn't outrun the safety who had the angle on him. It was a great play by Gibson there.
40 yards on the run by Bagley. 4:18 on the clock here in the third. Aubrey trails by a touchdown, 21-14. Sends a man in motion. Poland toss near side. Bell trying to find the near corner 30. Cuts it up and has a defender on his back to the 25-yard line. They'll spot him at the 26. As I believe that might have been Mayo that was taken for a ride right there. It might have been Dakota Carroll, actually. Ball at the 25. 7-yard gain by Bell brings up second down and 3. 3:52 on the clock here in the third. Wing T look, 2 receivers to the left. Turns, it's a handoff, first man through. That is Everson Strain on his first carry of the night, which will move the ball inside the 20, or actually spot right on the 20.
Strain getting in there, playing safety all night. Had to come in for Bagley so Bagley could get a rest. Bagley now going back in the game. Strain gets 4 yards on his first carry and a first down for Aubrey.
Also coming in is Kadarius Hearn. And he'll go split out wide to the right. Bagley and Bell in the backfield. Poland to Bell, heading right, cutting left, up the right hash, turns and spins and is finally going to be stopped. Forward progress around the 13-yard line. Another good run by the sophomore of about 7 yards. As Bell has really rung the bell tonight for Aubrey, so to speak.
This wing T is hitting on all cylinders here in the third quarter. Everything they try is 7-6 yards a carry, and it's pretty to watch.
Second down and 3 as we're at the 2:41 mark in the third.
Bell kind of limping off the field.
He is limping. He can't afford another injury to a back. 2:31 and rolling. Poland turns, hands. And that's going to be Strain again, as I think he has the first down at the 10. That would be his second carry and his second first down.
Very efficient in his running tonight.
3-yard gain. And a first and goal right at the 10-yard line for Aubrey. Taking their time, bringing the play in here. 19, 18, 17 on the play clock. Clock's at 2:05. They break the huddle.
A very fast-moving quarter here in the third.
Tay Ross split out wide to the right, almost out of bounds. He's so far right. Ball on the right hash. This is a carry by Bagley. Hit at the 2-yard line and knocked backwards, but a good run there. And it'll be second down and goal for Aubrey from the 2, trying to tie it up. 21-14, they trail the center with 1:49 left to go in the third.
That was a big hit by Kevi Polk coming up from his corner position there to hit Bagley at the 2-yard line. Good hard run by Bagley.
Xavier McCoy checking into the game. Coming out is Liam Duggan. It's second down and goal. 21-14, center in the lead, but Aubrey trying to tie it up right here. Toss. Bagley near the goal line, but I think he's at the 1 and stopped right there. And all of a sudden, we've got a big moment right here. Third down and 1 from the 1. Third and goal from the 1 for Aubrey.
Big power on power football right here.
And again, some late substitutes as Tay Brown checks in. They don't go with the double tight set. They bring out the tight end, Riley Heron. He comes off. Tay Brown goes in. He'll split out wide to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. Poland under center on 3rd and goal from the 1, met in the backfield. Bagley tries for a second effort, does not get it. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Drama, high drama in Tyler, Texas.
4 down territory, though. You got to go for it here.
I think you've got to try to punch it in here. If nothing else, you stop them at the 1 yard line. 49 seconds on the clock. A timeout's been called. Let's keep it here. Blizzard, you know you're one who usually wants points in this situation.
You got to stick in the end zone here. You can't settle for 3 on the 1. Well, they actually moved it to the 2.
It's a 1.5 maybe.
1.5. Yeah, he must have lost yards on that play. I just feel like you have to. I need to see LeBraden John Bell.
Yeah, he limped off a moment ago.
And I don't.
There's so many Aubrey Chaparrals on in street clothes down there now.
Yeah, he's not on the field right now. I do see him, but he's not going out for this 4th down.
Bagley.
I don't know. To me, you could run a little. Probably they practice 2-point conversion plays, and basically this is what this is. You got to have your best one saved right here.
Bagley and Strain into the game. It looks like they'll be in the backfield. Runyon is going to go split out wide to the near side. The 6'6" tight end will be split out wide near side. Man goes in motion. This is a toss. Coming near side, looking for a block. He's into the end zone untouched. That's Bagley. He ties the game. A PAT will tie it. And Aubrey's not going away in Tyler, Texas. 44 seconds left to go in the 3rd. It's 21-20. Awaiting this PAT by Bohannon.
Every time Runyon's lined up wide, they've ran toss to that side. I knew it was coming as soon as it came out here.
The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is good, and we are tied up. 21-21, 3rd quarter. 44 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Center and Aubrey in the 4A Division II Area Championship. We'll be right back right after this.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
44 seconds remain in quarter number 3. Bohannon about to boot this one away for Aubrey. They fake the Quail onside as it's a 21-21 game. Aubrey and Center in the 4A Division II Area Championship from Tyler, Texas. This one is banged away deep. Going to be taken by Gibson at the goal line. Right hash coming near side, now goes the other way towards the center sideline, and now escapes a tackle, hit hard, tries to escape that one, can't do it, down at the 16-yard line, and the flag is down. The clock stops at 35 seconds here in quarter number 3. Your scoring drive recap was 10 plays, 78 yards for Aubrey, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown by Kai Bagley. His 10th of the year. In the near corner of the end zone as they were moving right to left, and he got the toss and just sprinted untouched into the end zone. So there's a block in the back on Center, which will move the ball back a little bit more. They didn't have great field position on the return anyway, but they certainly will not here, as this will spot it at the 9-yard line. So Center got a long way to go, 91 yards to try to untie this game, which is 21-21, knotted up from Tyler, Texas. Cash cross, hands off Dixon. The ball's on the turf. Aubrey says they have it inside the 5-yard line. The Chaparrals come up with the fumble. Center has laid the ball on the turf several times tonight, and Aubrey appears to be separating themselves in this football game due to the turnover.
Xavier McCoy just blew up that play, pushing the left guard back into the running back. As soon as he got the ball, he put his arm right on the football, stripped it, and then jumped down on it to get the recovery as well.
So here come the Aubrey Chaparrals, 5 yards away from pay dirt to take the lead for the first time tonight. Tay Brown comes split out wide to the near side, 5 yards off the sideline. 2 men in the backfield. Poland goes under center, turns, hands, near side. That's once again Bagley into the end zone, nearly untouched. And Aubrey takes their first lead of the night with 26 seconds remaining in the third. 27-21 with a PAT coming up.
What a play on that defensive play. What a play.
Bohannon with the PAT. Very high, very good. 28-21, Aubrey in the lead here in Tyler, Texas. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
For the woman who wants and needs a special day of pampering, there is a premier luxury spa offering a complete list of services to make any woman look and feel fabulous. There are individual, couples, and bridal packages available. The experience is relaxing and luxurious. From the moment you walk in the door, the pampering begins. Belfiore's gift certificates make the perfect gift for someone special in your life. In Rockwall, 2995 Horizon Road.
28-21, the Aubrey Chaparrals take their first lead of the night after a 1-yard touchdown of 5 yards by Kai Bagley. And it was because of the fumble at the 5-yard line, the recovered fumble that set it up.
That fumble is the biggest play in the game so far.
Has to be. Absolutely, Blake Burnett. Thank you for joining us. Monty Walker along with Blake Burnett. 26 seconds remaining in the third. 28-21, center. Or Aubrey over center. Bohannon to boot this one away, and it is in the air. Once again, Gibson is going to let it hop, and it rolls right past him. He was going to try to take it at the 1, but he didn't get underneath it, and it just skipped right past him. And it's probably a good thing because they'll start at the 25.
Yeah, I would say him not catching that was a good thing for center, considering they started at their own 9-yard line on the kickoff before.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas High School Football on Studio 42. Second down and 9 coming up after a 1-yard gain by Dixon.
We have
and an injury timeout, apparently.
That's Hagan Craig down for center.
Hagan Craig. That is the lines up in the fullback position. There's 10 seconds on the clock as we approach the fourth quarter. 28-21. Aubrey in the lead as they have trailed all night until a moment ago. They actually tied the game 7-7 early in the second quarter. But center has really controlled the scoreboard tonight. Until a moment ago, until they fumbled at their own 5-yard line, and Aubrey made them pay with a Bagley 5-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, this Aubrey defense just forcing turnovers. 4 forced turnovers tonight.
Second down and 8 coming up left to right for center as The injured player has now made his way off the field. Cash cross in the gun. He's going to try to throw it out left side. That's going to be caught. Wilburn makes the catch and a first down as he spins out of a tackle. And that'll be a first down. That actually is Morris, I think, on the catch. I think that's Morris. The 10 and the 8 look very similar. Morris is 10, Wilburn 18. That's the end of the third quarter. We're headed to quarter number 4, and Aubrey has the lead, 28-21 here in Tyler, Texas in the 4A Division II Area Championship. We'll be right back right after this.
From vision to finish, it's Smith Designs in downtown Gunter. For quality stairs, cabinets, and woodwork, Smith Designs does it all right here in Gunter and has for generations. Get your custom stairs where we got ours. Smith Designs, 903-433-4444. 903-433-4444. Go Tigers! Win state again.
North Texas's source for all things pet. D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
I think you're going to see a high-octane center Rough Rider offense right here. Cash cross, handoff, right side. That's Dixon surging forward. He drives his feet for about 4 yards to the 41-yard line.
Handoff goes to Dixon.
Second down and 6 coming up with 11:48 and rolling here in quarter number 4. Aubrey with the lead, 28-21 over center. A lot of mixing and matching on the defensive side of the football for Aubrey. Cross drops back 3 steps, looks across the middle, now rolls outside, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's got the first down and more, 50. Escapes that tackle. He's got the 46, making another move down at the 43-yard line or 44-yard line in Aubrey territory. A nice shifty move by Cash Cross.
Yeah, there was nothing open downfield. Cash made the right decision to tuck it and run there.
First and 10 in the gun. Handoff Dixon up the middle. I thought the ball might have gotten away for a moment, but it did not. And he again has 5 yards to the 39-yard line. Constant 5 yards for Dixon.
Yeah, with how fast they're going, Aubrey's not getting lined up on defense quite right now.
Second down and 5. Handoff Dixon again up the middle. He escapes free and has his legs cut out from underneath him at the 32-yard line, but it's a first down run.
It was a good tackle by Everson Strain. He was basically the last man for Dixon to get past. Took out his legs there.
7-yard gain for Dixon. 10:35 on the clock left to go in the game. Cross wants to throw, quick in, and that's going to be caught. Breaking free for a moment is Evans, and he finally does at the 17-yard line. And now a late flag as Evans, I think, was hit late. There's an injured player down on the far side, and that
It's Evans.
it might be Evans. The flag came out, and he's trying to come back in the game, but I don't think he's going to be able to stay in the game. He has to come out. It's a first down for center. It's going to be a penalty of half the distance to the goal as he was hit at about the 17-yard line.
They called the penalty on Bryson Bohannon, the kicker, who is also playing linebacker right now for Aubrey.
So that'll spot the ball at the 9-yard line. Center trying to tie the game. It's 28-21, Aubrey in the lead. Here's a handoff to Dixon. Right side, cuts it up the middle. Not much doing there to the 5, to the 6 perhaps. And when I say not much for Dixon, that means he probably got 4 or 5 at least. And I think he got 5 there. They'll spot it at the 6 quickly. Dixon again trying to bounce it out. He's in trouble behind the line of scrimmage and brought down at about the 8-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2.
Aubrey got back to hitting the point of the attack there and making a big third down here for center.
3rd and 7. This is a big play. 3rd and goal from the 7. 9:43 on the clock here in quarter number 4. Aubrey on top, 28-21. Center looking to tie the game. Cross from the gun. Handoff. Dixon met at the line of scrimmage. He spins out. He might have gained 1 or 2. And the Aubrey defense has played Dixon's run game perfectly almost tonight. Now, he has a lot of yards, and he's getting 5 a carry, but he's not getting 35 like he normally does.
And when a kid averages 9 yards a carry, he's not used to getting stuffed at 5.
No.
It's a big deal to do that.
It's 3rd down. It's 4th down, rather. 4th and goal from the 7. Cross will bounce out in shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion, which is Morris, from left to right. Cross wants to roll out. Now he finds his receiver all alone, and he dropped it. Gibson dropped it at the 3-yard line. He was all alone and would have strolled in. It's not Gibson. Is it Gibson?
It's Gibson. Yeah, it's Gibson because... Yeah, it's Gibson because Trey McGee he's not in the game anymore.
My goodness, he was all alone and would have tied the game. There's no question. It just hit him in the wrong spot, right in the hands.
It was a perfect play call.
It was. He was wide open. It was somewhat similar to the call we had earlier on the throwback pass.
And when he started rolling right, I go, someone's going left, and he's wide open, and he hits him in the hands.
It would have been a 7-yard touchdown. But here comes Aubrey from their own 8-yard line. And this will be a run up the middle, breaking free, is strained for a first down past the 20-yard line.
Strain coming in, and he's running hard. 3 carries now, 3 first downs for Everson Strain since he came in the game.
Well, those are 3 big carries right there. Jacob Palladino checking into the game. First down and 10, left to right. 2 men in the backfield. The wing T look. This is going to be a handoff. And going left side, trying to cut it up in the middle of the field is Bagley. Not much there, maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. 8:11 on the clock as it continues to tick off.
Bagley ran right into Wyatt Emerson there for center, who is a great middle linebacker.
Grant Ramsey checks in for Aubrey. And he'll be split out wide to the left side. 2 receivers left. 2 men in the backfield. Man comes in motion, a toss. And taking his legs out from underneath him, Bagley had nowhere to go. That's going to be a loss back to the 20-yard line and a loss of about 3. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Chaparrals.
Marmar Evans from his corner position said, I've seen that play enough tonight. I know it's coming. And he blew it up in the backfield for center.
7:22 on the clock. Aubrey with the lead of 28-21. The ball at their own 20, facing a 3rd down and 12. The big offensive line comes roaring. Poland comes to the line of scrimmage, turns around. He's going to roll out right, looking down the field, throwing it for Runyon, and it's going to be intercepted at the 46-yard line. It's picked off. Jamarian Crawford picks it out of the sky, and West has the ball in Aubrey territory at the 46-yard line.
It was 3rd and 12, throwing it up to Runyon, giving him a chance. Works out kind of like just a punt there for Aubrey. No harm, no foul there. But it kind of does give center a little momentum.
And they will have a chance to tie the game as they're 46 yards away from pay dirt with 6:57 left to go in the game. And they go very quickly. Cash cross, wants it, gets it, hands off Dixon, met at the line of scrimmage again. Not much doing for Dixon. He came into the game 2,134 yards and 32 touchdowns on the ground. He has some yards tonight. but it's not what he's used to getting.
The Aubrey defensive line is blowing up the center offensive line every snap now. It's like they just got tired of getting hit.
Loss of 1. Second down and 11. Handoff Dixon, rolling right, pushes off a defender. Now he's hit hard. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, and I'm telling you what, Wesley Huber has played an outstanding game.
That's his 9th tackle of the game for Huber there.
The linebacker scraping over and just knocking down Dixon after everybody else swarms. Third down and 11. Third down and 10, rather. Cross wants it, drops back 3 steps. Steps up in the pocket, fires it deep down the field. Wide open is Marmar Evans. He strolls into the end zone. He caught it at the 5. He beat the defender, and Evans ties the game. 47 yards from Cross to Evans.
And it was a beautiful throw, hit him in stride. All Marmar had to do was catch it and continue into the end zone there.
Boy, Evans is something special, isn't he? You can tell
He is a playmaker.
he has Saturday written all over him. And I'm not talking about area championship Saturday. Hernandez for the PAT to tie the game is up and good. 28-28, 5:56 left to go in this football game. We'll be right back right after this.
You know how it is. Most heating and air conditioning companies want to sell you a new multi-$1,000 unit instead of fixing the one you've got at a fraction of the cost. Most likely, your existing system was built better than the new one. Call Jason's Heating and Air Conditioning, like we do. Here's the number, 903-703-9771. That number again, 903-703-9771.
North Texas's source for all things pet. D&L Farm and Home is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
28-28, new ball game, 5:56 left to go from Tyler, Texas in the 4A Division II area championship game, as it was only 2 plays, 47 yards. And here's your kickoff, going to be taken at the 1-yard line. Brown will take it coming near side at the 10, trying to shake out at the 8-yard line. He actually goes backwards. I thought you might see a face mask, didn't call it. And Aubrey will have it deep in their own territory, needing to go about 91 yards here to try to untie this game with 5:49 left to go. It was a beautiful, outstanding pass from Cash Cross to Marmar Evans that tied this thing up.
For Aubrey here, you know they just want to hold on to the ball and either get a touchdown with a couple seconds left or kick a field goal with a couple seconds left with 5:49 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So this will be a clock-burning drive, you think?
If Aubrey has it the way they want it, yes.
Boland comes to the line of scrimmage. Wingback set, going to be a handoff. First man through. The ball's on the turf, and center says they have it at the 9-yard line. The only one who says they haven't have it is the official yet. And the officials say that Aubrey got back on it.
Wow.
Boy, a sigh of relief on the home side.
What a break right there for Aubrey to get back on that ball. It just wasn't a clean handoff there.
I think it was strain on the carry. I think it may not have been. It might have been Palladino. But it'll be second down. It'll actually gain a yard on the fumble. So it'll be second down and 9 with 5:01.
LeBraylon Bell did go back in the game after that play, though.
And this will be a handoff up the middle. Not much doing there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So again, Aubrey's offense is Yeah, they're burning some time, but they're not doing anything with it right now. Ball at the 10-yard line. It's 3rd down and 9. This is not a great situation for a wing T type offense.
Huge 3rd down right here. You got to get at least one first down on this drive.
Clock at 4:25, and it is clicking down. 11 on the play clock as they come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers, 2 backs. Poland rolling out, wanting to throw the ball, in trouble, caught in the back of the end zone, and now he throws it away. What's the call here? He was trapped about 2 yards deep in the end zone. He was able to escape the tackle and threw it out of bounds. No flag is called.
Yeah, he was outside of the tackle box and got it past the line.
So it'll be punt time for Bohannon. And he will stand about 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Go ahead.
Not what Aubrey wanted on that drive at all.
Not at all. Left-footed punter on 4th and 9. High snap goes through his hands, and he is hit as he picked the ball up, and that's going to be a safety. Center is going to take the lead here on a safety on a high snap from the center. And it's 30-28.
High school football, you got to love it. You never know what can happen.
Wow.
Just lost for words on that one.
So, wait, what's the penalty here?
12 men on the field on the defense, re-punt.
You've got to be kidding me. Wipe the 2 points off the board.
That was
my goodness, what a break.
What a break for Aubrey, and that was such a late call.
That was.
Like 2 minutes have went by, and
so, boy, you hope that it's a good snap here if you're Aubrey. Bohannon with another chance. I might back up another yard. 4th down and 4. Low snap. He digs it out. It's a low kick, going to bounce at the 43, shy of midfield, but bounce across. And now, center will have the ball at their own 49-yard line. And what a break for Aubrey, as center had 12 men on the field. The ball went through the hands of the punter. He tried to pick it up and was smashed for a safety. But wipe it off the board as Aubrey had 12 men on the field. So it's 28-28, all tied up. Aubrey and center. Center has the ball 51 yards away. 3:54 on the clock. And this is going to be Cash Cross on the RPO. He pulls it out of the gut of Dixon and gains a yard to the 50.
Center's going to have to throw the ball to do anything. The run game's just not been there in the second half. Aubrey's defense, they've just made so many big adjustments since halftime, and center cannot run the ball anymore.
2nd down and 9, 3:28. The clock is ticking. All knotted up, 28-28. Man goes in motion from left to right. Now back from right to left. And this will be Dixon on the carry. Over left guard, 3 or 4 yards, as another great job by the Aubrey defense to pull him backwards. And I think that might have been Palladino.
Also a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. I'm thinking it's offsides on Aubrey, yeah.
So Plum and Huber, the linebackers, have played outstanding tonight. But that is a penalty that's going to go against Aubrey and take the ball to their 45-yard line.
And I think Xavier McCoy was trying to just he was barely offsides, trying to get a head start on the snap.
3:06 left to go in the game. Clock is rolling. 28-28. Dixon will move to the right side of Cross, who wants to drop back throw. Now he steps up in the pocket, escapes a defender, and he is slammed down pretty hard after a gain of 1 from the middle of the field to the left hash. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Jet Runyon getting pressure there, making the Cross step up, and Palladino and Wes Huber to make the play on cross.
Cross in the gun. Looks to the side for the play on 3rd down and 3. 2:22 and rolling. Tied up here, 28-28, Tyler, Texas, at Rose Stadium on Earl Campbell Field. Dixon moves from left to right. And now a timeout has been called by center with 2:11 left to go in the game. Monty Walker and Blake Burnett here. Thanks for joining us on KXEZ 92.1, The Possum. It's been a great football game tonight.
Fantastic. Couldn't ask for better than this one. Tied at 28 with 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
We are looking for some scores here. I know Caddo Mills was down earlier.
It was 35 something Pleasant Grove earlier.
The last score we have is 14-0 Pleasant Grove. Is the last score I have.
I got 34-14 at halftime, Pleasant Grove.
My phone doesn't like that. Apparently, I have 1.0. You have 2.0 app.
Also, we're going off an app, and we don't know how. People can change the scores on there. So
yeah, we saw a Gunner score a few weeks ago that was 104 or something. It wasn't actually 104. I think it was 80 something though.
Big 3rd down right here.
3rd and 3, 2:11 left to go in the game. Cross in the gun, turns, hands. Dixon trying to find the outside corner, and he's going to be slammed down short. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. An outstanding play by Aubrey will set down 4th and 4 with 1:58 and rolling right now at Rose Stadium.
If I'm center, I punt the ball right here.
Game tied at 28 between Aubrey and center.
Let the clock run down and you punt the ball if you're center.
Play clock at 20.
I understand wanting to get this 1st down, but if you don't get it, you give Aubrey too good a field position with a minute left.
Aubrey is not a quick strike scoring team, but they can methodically drive down the field and break your back. The timeout's been called here with 1:24 left to go in the game, which is tied 28-28. Thank you all again for joining us. Monty Walker along with Blake Burnett, the Blizzard.
I just feel like you have to punt if you're center here because you can't give Aubrey the ball at the 45-yard line. If you punt,
there's no reason not to punt here.
Yeah, to me it's a no. Like you have to punt. And I understand you want to go win the game and don't give Aubrey the ball back, but if you punt it and it goes into the end zone for a touchback, Aubrey still has to go 80 yards with a minute left, basically.
Aubrey has 2 timeouts left. Center has 1 remaining.
Looks like they're sending the offense out there, but
you can hear the cheerleaders. Let's go, Aubrey, let's go.
Could see a pooch kick. I think they're going to try to run a read option.
4th and 3. And center appears they're going to go for it here. Near the middle of the field at the Aubrey 45-yard line. 1:24 left to go in the game. Cross is going to fake the toss. Rolling out right. He's under pressure. Close to a 1st down. He has it as he's finally brought down at the 38-yard line. Aubrey had him behind the line of scrimmage but couldn't corral him. And the sticks will move with 1:14, and the clock is moving. Ball is at the 38-yard line.
Cross just makes plays when everything's covered.
1st and 10. Cross drops straight back. 3 steps, looks across the middle. Chased down to the pocket, rolling right. He's got near a 1st down, maybe 7 or 8 yards as he steps out of bounds to stop the clock under a minute at 56.
There's a flag also at the line of scrimmage. Is it offsides or illegal formation? Yeah.
Illegal formation against center. So back that one up. That does take the time off the clock at 56 seconds, but it'll push the ball back. What a ball game we have here tonight, Blizzard.
It's been everything. Crazy plays.
A lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers. 2 different styles of play.
I mean, the turnovers, it feels like it's September.
Yeah.
But you step outside and you know it's not September.
Yeah, you know it's November fast. It'll hit you in the mouth when you walk outside.
43-yard line. First down and 15. Cross. Handoff to Dixon. Met at the line of scrimmage again. Palladino. Loss of maybe a yard, or did he get back to the line of scrimmage? He did. It's second down and 15, 30 seconds on the clock. I think Aubrey may have called a timeout there.
Timeout. Center.
No, center called it.
That's their last one.
That's their final timeout. So, my goodness, we appear to be headed to overtime in Tyler, Texas.
I see a deep ball to Marmar coming. I mean,
he's a massive weapon on the field.
I just don't know. This whole second half, Aubrey has stuffed the run and stuffed it, and they keep trying it. It's like, I get it, he's the horse that got you here, but maybe try the other horse that's been the game breaker today. You got to try to get, I don't know.
You're listening to the Aubrey Chaparrals and Center Roughriders, all tied up 28-28 on KXEZ 92.1. From Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field in Tyler, Texas. And the Roughriders with 30 seconds remaining in the game. Cross wants the ball, gets it, drops straight back. Now flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, throwing deep down the field for Evans. It's over his head and incomplete. Pretty good coverage over there by Fields as he was one-on-one, mano-a-mano with Marmar Evans. But another flag. Illegal formation again on center.
That's it. Like you were talking earlier about September. That's September mistakes right there.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, on this drive, final drive.
So that pushes it back to the 48-yard line. 2 yards just shy of midfield.
Now center needs like 20 yards to at least get into somewhat field goal range.
Yeah, it's second down and 20 here with 23 seconds remaining in the game. Ball at the 48 in Aubrey territory. Cash cross in shotgun formation with Daniels to his right, and a timeout's been called by Aubrey, and they have one remaining with 23 seconds. And we'll keep it here as what an electric football game we have.
Yeah, Aubrey didn't like that formation there, and I don't know if it was Wilbur one-on-one at the bottom of the closest to us, but he saw something when he came over here and just called that timeout quick. Maybe he want to get safety help there. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I love this football field over here, the stadium, the complex. You're kind of in the hole. It's like a bowl look with the grass way up high around the south side. The playing field is down in the surface, inside the hole. A beautiful facility. There's not a track wrapped around the stadium, the playing surface, so the crowd is right on top of the field, which is really makes it even more electric. And it can't get much more electric than this. 23 seconds left in the game. Second down and 20 for center. Game tied 28-28, area championship. Cross wants to throw right side. That one's going to be caught by Evans, and he goes out of bounds to stop the clock at the 38-yard line. 16 seconds on the clock. Not enough for a first down. It'll bring up third and about 11 or 12. Third and 12, perhaps, at the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
Was a good call to get a little bit before this third down. And after that timeout, Aubrey did switch corners. They moved Tay Ross and put him on Welburn and moved Tyler Brown to safety.
16 seconds left to go in the game. 28-28, and Aubrey burns their final timeout. Nobody has any more.
Timeout.
That's it.
Aubrey. That's their third.
No ice in the kicker today if it comes down to it.
Oh, my goodness. What a football game. We traveled, 2.5 hours over here?
Yeah.
Worth it.
It's been worth it, yes.
What a game.
And like you said about the stadium, it's so nice over here.
It really is. And like I say, they've done so many renovations since I've been over here last. First did a game over here in 2007 with McKinney Boyd and Marshall, and then back over here for an area championship, a regional championship between Howe and Wascom about 8 years ago, Junebug Johnson. But haven't been over here since the renovations. It's really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, very nice.
3rd down and 12, 16 seconds left to go in the game. Cross drops back 3 steps, steps up in the pocket, still looking to throw. Flag down, throwing it towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete, as Marmar Evans thought he should have caught that ball, but it falls incomplete.
Also a flag.
We had
They all went off.
They all? Okay.
Yeah.
We had replay there, but our TV, I just now noticed our TV's not working.
We also have holding on center on that play as well.
So there's 8 seconds left to go in the game, and palms to the sky on the offensive line. They're not happy about it, but that'll move the ball back to midfield. And now we're looking at a last-ditch prayer situation with 8 seconds left to go in the game. It's 3rd down and 22, but there's only 8 seconds left to go in the game. It's tied, 28-28. Aubrey in center in the 4A Division II Area Championship from Tyler, Texas. 2 backs in the backfield. Cross is going to take a knee, and they're going to go to overtime.
Overtime we go.
Wow. What a game.
That's the end of regulation.
So both teams will go to their respective sidelines, and we are prepared for overtime in Tyler, Texas. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this.
For the woman who wants and needs a special day of pampering, there is a premier luxury spa offering a complete list of services to make any woman look and feel fabulous. There are individual, couples, and bridal packages available. The experience is relaxing and luxurious. From the moment you walk in the door, the pampering begins. Belfiore's gift certificates make the perfect gift for someone special in your life. In Rockwall, 2995 Horizon Road.
North Texas's source for all things pet, D&L Farm and Home, is excited to announce we are now offering free 2-day home delivery of pet food and supplies. Let our local trusted team members bring Fido's food and treats right to your door without all the extra packaging. It's quick, convenient, and it's free. Visit petfoodhomedelivery.com for all the details. That's petfoodhomedelivery.com. Shop small, shop local, shop family owned, shop D&L.
Overtime we go in the 4A Division II Area Championship from Tyler, Texas. Aubrey Chaparrals and the Center Roughriders. Blake Burnett, Monty Walker here on KXEZ 92.1. Blake, why don't you give us a rundown on how the overtime rules work?
Each team will get a possession from the 25-yard line. If the team that scores first scores, kicks the extra point, and the team that scores second scores and gets the extra point, then we move to double overtime. Now, they did just change the double overtime rule in college, is that you have to go for 2 in double overtime, and then triple overtime is just 2-point conversions. I don't know if it's like that for high school. I don't know if high school adapted that rule. I hope not, because that would a full season should not come down to one little play for both teams in that mindset.
So this will be Aubrey with the football first, and all kinds of injuries in the backfield. That's Bagley on the carry, and he'll gain probably about 4 yards on first down to the 21.
In my opinion, the shorter field helps Aubrey more than it helps Center, though. Because Aubrey's that wing tee, they just want to go forward. Center wants to spread you out. There's not much to spread out in that distance.
2nd down and 6. Man goes in motion. This is going to be a toss. Once again, That's going to be Bagley, who will be close to a first down at the 15-yard line, and that will be a first down. They'll move the sticks, and Bagley has kind of started. They're putting Aubrey on his back here in the latter part of the game, with Bell going out with an injury in the third quarter.
Yeah, Bagley's been the lead horse since Bell went out. He's up to 21 carries now.
28-28, we're in overtime. We're playing on the, south end of the field?
Yeah, this is the south end.
From left to right, everybody will be going left to right. Under center, and this is going to be a quarterback keeper on the right. No, it was a handoff, a misdirection. And I believe that was Bagley again on the carry to the 10-yard line, so a gain of 5 for Bagley. And if Aubrey can continue this pace, they'll be in 2 plays.
5 yards a pop.
Second down and 5 coming up. Julian Valenzuela checks into the game. 2 men in the backfield. Poland under center. Handoff near side. And Bagley cannot escape the center Roughriders this time, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 11, and he gets up very slowly.
Aubrey cannot afford another injured back, and he's coming off the field.
Checking into the game is Jacob Palladino. Coming out of the game also is Everson Strain. Checking into the game is Tay Ross.
I see a pass coming here for
And
Aubrey.
he'll be split out wide to the left side. Huber into the game. He's the eye back. He gets the toss, gets the carry. He's at the 5, dives forward through the 3-yard line. First down for Aubrey, and they're knocking on the door at the 3 as Huber was shot out of a cannon there.
And that was Huber's first carry of the game. First down, though.
They'll spot him at the 4.
Now Ross is hurt for Aubrey.
Boy, a lot of injuries coming on. He grabs his upper right hip area. Huber, the eye back, again, same play, right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, hit at the 1, ball came out, but Huber was down at the 1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 1. Well, you can't get much tighter than this, can you?
I mean, with replay, I think that the ball would have crossed the goal line there, but the ref called him down at the 1. Good hard run by Huber, though.
Ball with the nose touching the 1-yard line. It's second down. We're in overtime. 28-28. Aubrey knocking on the door. Handoff Huber. He's in. Touchdown, Aubrey. They take the lead in overtime. 34-28 in the 4A Division II Area Championship here in Tyler, Texas. And they're going to line up and try for the extra point. And it'll be Bohannon, the left-footed kicker, to try to give them a 35-28 lead here in overtime.
Huber said, "I'm the overtime back."
Bohannon with the kick. Left-footed kick is up, and it is good. 35-28. Aubrey takes the lead, and now all they've got to do is play defense and hold and keep center off the board and out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone. Yeah, if Aubrey can just do what they did on that whole last drive, just stuff the run early, and then when it's time to pass, get pressure on Cash, could be the writing on the wall for center.
Well, I haven't done too many overtime games. This is my 301st broadcast. I think this is about the 3rd overtime game I've ever done.
It's my 2nd overtime game.
They just don't come around very often.
No, they're rare. But you can't beat them. I mean,
well, it is exciting. 35-28, Aubrey in the lead, trying to hang on here in overtime. Here comes center. Cross, handoff, Dixon, left side, jumping over defender. This time he breaks free for one of the first times tonight to the 10, spinning out of a tackle into the end zone. You knew at some point he was going to break free, and Caden Dixon breaks free on the first play for overtime for center. And now they'll try to tie it or win it. What do you do here?
Looks like a field goal's coming.
I think they're going to try to tie this game.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
That was an exciting run. He broke like 4 tackles.
To tie the game, the kick is a low line drive kick that is good by Carlos Hernandez. And we're going to double overtime, Blake Burnett.
Now, if the rule is the same as college, center gets the ball first now, they have to go for 2 if they score. If it's the same as college. I know UIL used to have the same rules, but I don't know since college changed it last year if they stayed with the same rules as them or just left it how it was.
Again, we're in double overtime now in Tyler, Texas, Rose Stadium. Monty Walker along with Blake Burnett. Thanks for joining us in the 4A Division II Area Championship on KXEZ 92.1 The Possum. It's high school football at its best right here. 1st and 10 as now center will have a shot to start first in double overtime. They'll go first on offense here. Crossing the gun. Dixon will stand to his right. Man goes in motion from right to left. Dixon again on the same carry as a moment ago. This time he's flipped end over end. He picks up 5, but he landed hard as he tried to hurdle a defender and his legs were cut out from underneath him and he flipped over onto his shoulder pads and head. But it'll be a gain of 6 to the 19-yard line.
Just glad to see he's okay after that tumble.
Snap back, Dixon again. Nope, the cross is going to keep it. He pulled it out of his gut. He probably should have given it to Dixon as Runyon was right there to bring him down. The big defensive end who's committed to Houston. And it's 3rd down and 8.
Big play by Big Jet Runyon right there.
Now 3rd and 8.
Ball back at the 23 after the 4-yard loss. Tied up 35-35 in double overtime. Center and Aubrey. This is a throw, quick slant over the middle, and this time it's going to be well played. Welburn might have the first down. That's Morris rather on the catch, and I think he's going to have the first down, and he does, right at the 15-yard line. They'll call it the 14-yard line. A great play call there.
Yeah.
By head coach Ricky Meeks or offensive coordinator Justin Horton. And it's 1st and 10 for center, now at the 14-yard line. Cross with Dixon to his left, and this is Dixon up the middle, bouncing it out left, trying to find the far corner. He's got the 12-yard line and slammed down hard after about a 2-yard gain. Strain was there. And it'll be 2nd down and about 7 here with the ball at the 12-yard line. This is going to be a toss again, or a handoff rather, to Dixon again. And this time minimal yardage to, I guess, the 11-yard line.
Now 3rd down, 3rd and 7.
Big play right here, 3rd down and 7. Do you see the pass play coming here again?
Yeah, the same slant. It's been there all day. With the way Aubrey's playing so far off, watch for a little hitch or just a slant.
3rd down and 7. Crossing the gun, Dixon to his right. They'll hand to Dixon, no cross kept it. He's going to keep it around the left edge. He's got the 5, he's got the touchdown. And now center takes the lead for the first time in a while. 41-35.
The good old quarterback draw.
Cash Cross takes it in, and let's see what we have to do here. The timeout on the field by center. Let's talk about this. Right now it's 41-35, and we still don't we don't know if you have to go for 2 right here.
The way they were lining up, and since the timeout was called, I believe you have to go for 2 here.
So you got to, the timeout is needed. How many timeouts do you get in overtime?
You get 2. Well, it says 1, so 1. Probably one per overtime.
One per overtime. It makes sense.
But since center scored first, I wouldn't. If you didn't have to go for 2, I don't think they would go for 2, since they scored first. Because then all Aubrey would need, if they scored and you didn't get it, was a field goal. So I feel like you have to go for 2.
I really don't know how the ball doesn't enter the hands of Caden Dixon on this play. He's not getting 9 yards per carry, but he is getting about 5 yards per carry. I would look for Caden Dixon right here on the 2-point conversion to try to make it 43-35 and double overtime. 4A Division II area championship.
They went heavy set with 2 backs, only 1 receiver.
Cross going under center and a fumbled snap, but I believe center was able to recover it.
No, Aubrey's got it.
Aubrey's got it. Okay. So it's no good. The 2-point. Boy, that's an interesting call. You haven't gone under center all night long.
Yeah.
Why in the world would you go under center in the most critical situation in the entire night?
And what it looked like there was the quarterback, since he's not playing under center usually, he doesn't know how to put his hands. And I'm not saying that it could be or it could not be, but he's used to shotgun snaps. And if you don't know how to put your hands properly, you fumble the snap almost every time if you've never done it. So that was a weird play call to go under center on the biggest play of the season, perhaps, for center.
It just didn't make much sense to me.
No, me neither. 25 yards to go for Aubrey now.
And they'll come back out on the field, 1st and 10. Poland under center. And he hands it off the right side, and that is going to be Bagley, the ball carrier, for about 5 yards to the 20.
That's about Bagley's average tonight, too, about 5 yards.
Man, what a game. We're in double overtime. Aubrey has to score to stay in it. It's the 4A Division II area championship from Tyler, Texas. 2 men in the backfield. Handoff Bagley again. Left side has his feet taken out from under him after a 2-yard gain to the 18-yard line. And an injured center, Roughrider, is down, which I think is Davis.
Yeah, it's TJ Davis down, grabbing his knee.
Right knee.
He's going to hop up.
And now he's going to hop right up. How about that? All of a sudden he said, I'm done with that. And there he goes. He's going to run off the field. He's kind of limping a little bit, but he's getting off the field. 41-35. We're in double overtime. Aubrey, 18 yards away from tying it up. We'll need to go for 2 to win it. Ross split out wide to the left. Poland toss near side Huber. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7 to the 10-yard line. First down. 8 yards on the carry for Huber. And man alive, has he been dominant in overtime and late in this football game.
Huber is definitely the defensive player of the game for Aubrey. And by the end of this, he might be the offensive player of the game too. He's putting the team on his back here in overtime.
It's 1st and goal from the 10. Huber in the I formation. He dots it. He gets the carry. Left guard spinning out of a tackle. He's met and driven backwards. He did get a yard to the 9. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 9. This is where you really need LeBraylon Bell and the speed to get outside.
They need, they've lost 2 backs tonight, Aubrey has. And
Tay Ross will split out wide to the left. They come to the line of scrimmage. Huber over right tackle. He is into the end zone. Aubrey has tied the game on another Huber score, this one from 9 yards out. And with a 2-point conversion, can win the game.
they get in, they're going to be calling Huber Mr. Overtime in Aubrey, Texas for a long time.
41-41 in double overtime. And why would you not give it to Huber right here?
Huber came to the coach and got the play, and now they're calling a timeout.
They are going to call a timeout. Brown was going to go split out wide to the left. He ran all the way out there and said, oh no, they call a timeout. I got to go all the way back. And it looked like they were lining up in the same formation, that the I formation where Huber was punching it in. And let's see if they make any changes here.
That's been the play here in overtime. In the first quarter and second quarter, it was the little toss. In the third quarter, it was just go with Bagley. In overtime, it's been Huber in the I formation, just running a straight dive, following his fullback and his quarterback as a lead blocker. That's what I expect to see on this two-point conversion play.
We're in double overtime, 41-41. Aubrey needs a two-point conversion to win the game. Thanks for joining us, Monty Walker, along with Blake Burnett on KXEZ 92.1. Aubrey comes to the line of scrimmage. They're actually still in the huddle. They're waiting now. They come to the line of scrimmage. Need 3 yards right here to try to win the game. I formation, double tight set. Turns around and whistles before this one gets underway. What is the call here? Is a timeout by Aubrey again?
No, it's called by center, but it says they have no timeouts on the scoreboard.
Well, apparently I guess they did have one, and
because they called one on the two-point conversion of their own. I guess you get 2 per overtime.
Man alive, what a football game we have in Tyler, Texas. Double overtime, 41-41. Aubrey has just scored on a 9-yard touchdown to tie the game, and with a 2-point conversion here by rule, if they can be successful and convert right here, they will advance. And what's the score on the?
It's still halftime, 34-14, Pleasant Grove. Yeah, still halftime.
Wow.
So the winner of this will likely play Pleasant Grove next week.
We are at the top of the hour. No, let's not. We can't do it. They're coming back out on the field.
All comes down to this.
Here we go. From Tyler, Texas, the Class 4A Division II Area Championship. All comes down to this 2-point conversion in double overtime. The Aubrey Chaparrals come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 1 man goes out of the backfield. This is going to be a toss right side, and Bagley is unable to get in. He's caught way behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag, though.
There's a flag on the far side.
Yep.
At the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage, away from the ball, can only be offsides or illegal formation, and the way Aubrey's acting is it's offside.
It's going to take it half the distance to the goal. What a break for Aubrey. Oh my goodness, offsides defense. What a break.
2.
Are you kidding me?
Big penalties on big plays for the center defense. The too many men on the field on the safety, and then offsides on the 2-point conversion. Here we go.
I formation. Huber's going to dot it. Poland toss. Right side. Huber is knocked down at the 1-yard line. He did not get in. He did not get in, and we're headed to triple overtime in Tyler, Texas at Rose Stadium in the 4A Division II Area Championship. Are you kidding me?
And now I believe it's just 2-point conversion.
Overtime number 3.
Man. Wow.
Wow. So Aubrey gets it first now. From the 3-yard line, 1 play.
During the third overtime period, each team will get a possession of 3.
I missed. I heard the PA guy.
He said 1 possession, or it's 1 play from the 3.
1 play from the 3.
Yeah.
Each team will get 1 play from the 3. I got you. Holy cow.
Aubrey's got it first, so big. I don't like that it comes down to, like, I mean, I guess it's the same, and Aubrey's thinking they get the ball at the 25.
Yeah, they're going to have to move on up a little bit because they're going to get the ball at the 3.
Well, the refs are talking now.
The official, yeah, they're moving them back. 41-41 our score. We're in triple overtime. Tyler, Texas, and Aubrey's about to get the ball first with an attempt for basically a 2-point conversion. You get 6 or do you get 2 points on this?
Get 2.
You get 2 points on this.
I think last year was Illinois and I can't remember who they played, but it was like 10-10 when they went into triple overtime, and then it was 18-16 was the final. And it was like 8 overtimes.
So the ball was spotted on the left hash, now moved to the middle of the field. Aubrey about 7 yards away from the football in the huddle. Tay Ross will bring the play in, and most likely he will go split out wide to the left, and he does here. They come to the line of scrimmage. In the backfield is Strain. Poland is going to hand off left side. Bagley trying to find it in, and does he? They're going to say he was down just shy. I thought he was in. Aubrey thought he was in. Everyone thought he was in. Apparently, he was down just shy. And now center will have an opportunity to win the game.
Wow. From here, it definitely looked like he was in. Definitely looked like he was in.
We'd love a replay on that.
We would love one on that.
And now the center offense will come out.
I don't know what to call here. Like, do you give it to your running back or do you let your quarterback follow the running back here?
2 receivers will come split near side. One split out wide to the far side. It'll be Dixon in the backfield to the left of Cross. And it's going to be a swing pass out. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And that is Brown with his 3rd interception of the game. And we're headed to quadruple overtime, baby.
Brown read that like a book. Just stepped in front of Ray or Marmar and caught the ball. 3rd pick of the game for Brown.
Oh, my goodness. And I don't want to question any play calls there, but you just have to score from 3, and you've got a 2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah, but now they get it first in quadruple overtime.
I don't have any more paper left on my charts. I don't know where to go. Okay. So here we go to quadruple overtime. It's 41-41. Aubrey and center from Tyler, Texas in the 4A Division II Area Championship.
This just shows how evenly matched these 2 teams are.
So here's center coming back on offense. They'll go first. Again, everybody, it's just 2-point conversions from here on out. Ball at the 3-yard line. And they hand it this time. And stuffed behind the line of scrimmage is the running back, Dixon. He's stuffed by Aubrey, and Aubrey's going to have another shot to win the game in quadruple overtime. You got to be kidding me. Quit it.
Wow. And Aubrey's defensive line wasn't even set when they snapped that ball, and they still blew the play up in the backfield.
Wow. At some point, I mean, can we just give it to Huber and end this thing?
Right here is probably your best bet. I'd put an extra lineman in. I wouldn't even put a receiver on this play. Just get in your goal line package and go put the ball in the end zone for your 2 points and get out of here with a 43-41 victory.
Here come the Aubrey Chaparrals back out on the field.
They're going.
Huber is on the field.
In the I formation, too.
Palladino, the fullback, goes in motion. Handoff, Huber, left side. He's in! Aubrey wins it in quadruple overtime, and they rush the field and jump all over each other. 43-41. Aubrey advances in the 4A Division II Area Championship from Tyler Rose Stadium over Center Roughriders. Give it to Huber.
Mr. Overtime's what they're going to be calling that man for the rest of his life.
Holy cow, what a football game. Maybe the best I've ever been a part of in 301 broadcasts. Man alive.
First quadruple overtime is what you're saying?
100%. What a fun 2.5 ride home this is going to be. Boy, and you talk about some excited Aubrey Chaparrals. Everson Strain is extremely excited. And now they try to control themselves and walk across and shake hands across the field with the Center Roughriders, who end their season at 8-4 in the area championship. And the Aubrey Chaparrals advance to 10-2 to the next round, and we'll find out who they play and where they play. We'll try to get that information. But what a game. Again, Monty Walker along with Blake Burnett. You're listening to KXEZ 92.1. We thank you for listening. What a game this has been and was and will be remembered for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, the folks in Aubrey, Texas will never forget this night.
Wow. It was Huber, Mr. Overtime.
He had 2 touchdowns in overtime and the game-winning 2-point conversion. He hadn't played running back until overtime. He had just been on defense where he made 11 tackles in the game and then has to come in and play tailback in overtime and just sends his team to the next round. Team on his back in overtime on offense.
Unbelievable. Spectacular. We need to, it's the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas High School Football by Studio 42.
We have a score in the Texarkana Pleasant Grove Cattle Mills game. Texarkana Pleasant Grove is up 41-21 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Tell me that again. Is who's up?
Pleasant Grove's up 41-21,
Okay.
10 minutes to go.
So it appears it'll be an Aubrey Pleasant Grove matchup next week. And when you can play till Thanksgiving, you've had a great football season. The Aubrey Chaparrals lift the gold football over their heads at the 42-yard line. And I tell you what, head coach Keith Ivey has been something special here for Aubrey. 9th year, and they have done some really, really special things lately. Again, 10 wins this season, 12 wins a year ago, 11 wins the year prior to that. He has really done an outstanding job with this football program in Aubrey, Texas. Do you want to do some stats? Are you ready for that? Or
I'm working on it right now.
I'll tell you what, maybe I can recap this thing, and it might take me a while to do that. Let's see. The Center Roughriders started with the football first in this football game, which seems like a very long time ago. And they went 10 plays to open the game, 75 yards, and scored on a 41-yard touchdown from Cash Cross to Lance Wilburn. And that made it 7-0 at the 9:18 mark in the first quarter. Aubrey started at their own 37-yard line, went 8 plays before they fumbled it. And Center took the ball at their own 21-yard line. However, 2 plays later, Ty Brown picked off his first of 3 passes on the night, his first of 3 interceptions on the night. And Aubrey took it at their own 35-yard line. They went 11 plays, 65 yards, and tied the game on a 3-yard touchdown by LeBraylon Bell. And that tied it at 7 with 10:55 left to go in the second quarter. Center came right back, though. From their own 37-yard line, they went 4 plays, 63 yards, and scored on a 24-yard read option by Cash Cross, who ran it in virtually untouched. That gave Center the lead 14-7 at the 9:55 mark in the second. Aubrey was forced to punt for the first time in the game, which gave it back to Center at their own 27-yard line. And they drove 13 plays down the field before Brown got his second interception of the night, which gave Aubrey the ball at their own 2-yard line. They had to punt the ball away after some clever timeouts. Center was able to get the football back at the 46-yard line. However, Cash Cross fumbled the football, and Aubrey got it back with 51 seconds left to go before the half. But they were unable to convert on a 45-yard field goal attempt by Bryson Bohannon, and we entered the locker room 14-7 with Center in the lead. Moving on into the second half, Aubrey started with the football at their own 25-yard line. They drove 7 plays and 75 yards and capped it off and scored on a Poland to Tay Ross 17-yard touchdown. And that gave Aubrey, actually that tied the game 14-14. I need to update my scoreboard here. With 8:28 left to go in the third, they tied the game 14-14. And Center took the ball at their own 25-yard line for the first time in the second half. And they drove down the field on 8 plays and scored on a 35-yard touchdown from Cross to Wilburn, the second connection for a touchdown on the evening. That made it 21-14 Center with 5:03 left to go in the third. And then Aubrey took it at their own 22-yard line. They drove 10 plays, 78 yards, tied the game 21-21 on a 1-yard touchdown by Bagley with 44 seconds remaining in the third. Center got the ball at their own 9-yard line and fumbled the football away to Aubrey, who only took 1 play to go 5 yards, and it was Bagley again for the touchdown. And that gave Aubrey their first lead of the night, 28-21 with 26 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So Center from their own 25, they started at a 10-play drive down to the 7-yard line and turned the ball over on downs. Aubrey took it at the 8:39 mark from the 8-yard line, and they were intercepted by Jamison Crawford, who gave it back to Center at the 46-yard line. And 2 plays later, it was a Cross to Marmar Evans touchdown of 47 yards. And that tied the game at 28 with 5:56 left to go in the game. And it looked like the game might be over as Aubrey was forced to punt. As Bohannon was standing at the back of his end zone, the ball went over his head. He tried to go back and get it, and when he did, he was basically punched in the mouth for a safety. However, Center had 12 men on the field, and they got to re-kick, which gave Center the ball back at the 49-yard lines and took the 2 points off the board, and it remained 28-28. We ended up going to overtime. It was a 1-yard touchdown by Huber for Aubrey to start overtime that made it 35-28. And then Center's Dixon scored from the first play of overtime that tied the game 35-35. We move into 2 overtimes, the second overtime, and it was an 11-yard touchdown from Cash Cross, but no 2-point conversion, made it 41-35, Center in the lead. But again, Aubrey came right back in double overtime and scored on a 9-yard touchdown run by Huber. 3 overtimes, no points on both teams were turned away on the 2-point conversions. We move over to the 4th overtime. Center was stopped on their first 2-point conversion attempt, and then Huber scored to win the game 43-41. Is that right? Is that our final?
Yeah, 43-41.
Well, that's a lot. That's a whole lot of recap right there. Man, I am exhausted after that. 43-41, 4 overtimes in this football game.
We thought on the drive here that this was going to be a good game, and it did our expectations.
Yeah, this is one for the ages right here.
Couldn't have asked for anything better than what we had tonight.
Let's go over some stats.
All right, we'll start with Aubrey since they are the winning team, 43-41. Led on the ground by Kai Bagley, 25 carries for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. LeBraylon Bell had 19 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. Wesley Huber, Mr. Overtime, 6 carries for 30 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the game-winning 2-point conversion. Everson Strain, 3 carries for 23 yards. Emerson Cagle, 5 carries for 35 yards. Hope he's all right and good to go. He didn't get to play after 3 minutes into the first quarter, so hopefully he's okay. Blaine Poland, 3 of 4 passing, 45 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. His leading receiver tonight was LeBraylon Bell, 1 catch for 19 yards. Tay Ross had 1 catch for 18 yards and a touchdown. Wesley Huber had 1 catch for 8 yards. On defense, Aubrey was led by Wesley Huber with 11 tackles on the night. Jet Runyon, 5, a sack, a forced fumble. Xavier McCoy, 4 tackles, a huge forced fumble, and he recovered the forced fumble. Tyler Brown, 2 tackles, 3 interceptions. Everson Strain, 6 tackles. Cameron Fields, 5 tackles and a forced fumble. Bryson Bohannon, 1 tackle. Toby Davis, 1 tackle. Brock Temple, 1 tackle. And Gabe Plum, playing the middle linebacker position, had 8 tackles in the game. We'll go to centers stats for tonight. They were led on the ground by 2,000-yard rusher Caden Dixon. But tonight, yards were hard to come by, especially in the second half. He ended with 32 carries for only 110 yards. He had a touchdown in overtime, but he did have a fumble earlier in the game. Cash Cross, the quarterback for center, had 12 carries for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns, also had a fumble. TJ Davis, 1 carry for 4 yards. Kobe Lout, 1 carry for 2 yards. And Marmar Evans, 1 carry for 2 yards. Throwing the ball, Cash Cross was efficient tonight other than his 2 interceptions. He was 14 of 19 for 260 yards with 3 touchdowns, but he did have the 2 costly interceptions.
Well, actually 3 if you can include overtime.
Yeah, 3 in overtime. But Marmar Evans, 7 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown.
He's special.
He is. He can do it all. He's a Saturday player. Lance Wilburn, 3 catches for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. And slot receiver Jake Moores, who reminds me a lot of a Cole Beasley, 4 catches for 36 yards. On defense for center, they were led by Wyatt Emerson, 8 tackles. Eric Allen had 8 tackles, and Mason Mayo had 8 tackles. Omar Preston had 6 tackles and a sack. Colton Gilchrist had 2 tackles and a forced fumble. Jerrion Crawford, 5 tackles and an interception. Trey McGee had 4 tackles. He did get ejected in the third quarter on a targeting penalty. He's a senior. Feel sorry for him that was his last moment as a football player. Dakota Carroll had 3 tackles. Kevin Polk, 2. Mason Perry, 5. Marmar Evans, 3. Gibson, 3. And that's all we got on this beautiful night in Tyler, Texas.
43-41, our final score tonight in 4 overtimes. It's the Aubrey Chaparrals to advance for the next round and play on the Thanksgiving weekend, which everybody wants to do. What a game. What a game. I don't have anything else to say. Just
couldn't ask for anything better. 4 overtimes.
What a football game. Hey, we want to thank all of you for listening. KXEZ 92.1. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience over here from Tyler Rose Stadium. Monty Walker along with Blake Burnett. So long, everybody.